Hello, everybody, welcome. Rosa que você get Hello, everybody, welcome. Rosa Psych Investigator. Can you see me, guys? I don't know. Some of you. Oh. Hi, guys. So, how are you doing today, huh? Oh my God, guys. Normally I'm very, I don't want to say good mood is not the right word. I'm kind of like, excited about everything, but I just like, and I didn't, maybe it's because I didn't sleep a lot or something. I'm just like so angry right now. I'm so angry. I'm just so angry about some, sometimes with this administration, um, okay. Anyway, with this administration, sometimes, there's something happens that it's too much. Okay. And to me, it was the thing about, so just after I had sent, because what happens, I put together the news as I'm seeing them developing. And then I posted. So right after I posted, I saw the issue about Cyrus Vance. Did you see he's involved in trying to? Oh, can I have uh 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 Manafort not on Rikers? Can I have him not go to Rikers? So I'm just like I called. I called the DA's office and I left a message, a public complaint. And then I called the FBI. I was like, hello. I called the FBI guys, but they hung up. They was like he was going to transfer me, and then he transferred me. And when the person answers and he hangs up, and I was like, I'm not going to call because I was like, I need to register a complaint about this guy. Somebody has got to take this motherfucker out. I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't say that to the FBI agent. I just. I was just like, but it doesn't happen very often, guys. Usually I process well, but this was too much for me. Maybe it's because it's closed, guys. I can go, and I was thinking tomorrow I feel like I kind of want to go there. I'm gonna get there early. I'm gonna camp outside. I'm gonna find out what he looks like. I'm gonna have a conversation with him. Yeah, like I need conversations. I don't know. I just need to tell him a few things. Like not like angry. I'm very nice. Very nice when I talk to you. Just like I know things about the outside world. Are you gonna go? Do you want to go to hell? Do you want the? I have the straight to hell bus for you, bitch. I'm just like, seriously, guys, imagine if you were in that, like, I'm just like, that guy's the Russian. I'm like, I just can't. Or it's just like, because, this guy, the Cyrus Vance guys, Cyrus Vance, who he is. And Cyrus Vance, he let Weinstein go. He let, everybody, oh, Weinstein, Ivanka, oh, whatever. And now it's this. No, no. I'm sorry. That's not a coincidence. Okay. I'm sorry. No, just quit. Think about, I don't understand. Like, okay. I just don't understand why if something happens to you like this, you just go to the feds and say, look, I'm being blackmailed, whatever. Just say that you're being blackmailed. And just, what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what is so hard about that. Who cares? Like, those people have no, no, but there has to be more. It's more than that, guys. It is some sort of a serious compromise, okay, on this guy. There has to be, because you know what? It's like all these people, okay, and I just like, I cannot, it's too much. This guy is too much. And like I was like, and the first guy I spoke to at the FBI office he was like Manhattan field office. I was like, do you need a psych investigator? I'd like to offer the services. No, can you imagine? They probably would not like I would love to be like, do you need a psychic services? No, I was just like. He was like, I was like, no, but I want to talk to him. Is there a way, if there's some sort of investigation going? He's like, well, actually, you can do that. Actually, you can do that. You can't speak to someone, and I guess you realize that you can kind of complain about something and have people investigate it. They can investigate it. I'm sure there has to be an investigation already, but it's like too much, guys. Think about it. How many? I'm sure. Like, think about it. I'm just like very upset about this siren. So it's just like I can't. I'm just like I need to talk to him. I need to have conversations with him. Ugh, I'm gonna have a reading in front of his face. I'm gonna know. I'm gonna find out what is the compromise revenue citizens. I'm just like very upset. It's so upsetting to me because guys, it's like especially in New York, it has a tradition of being not as corrupt. Okay, but then you realize like you know what I mean? It's like if New York is like this, like you know what I mean? I don't know, just for these progressive things, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, that we just don't know. It's not. It's like I'm just like I can't even. I just can't. Oh my god. And it was like, so I went on his Twitter. I said a few things for him. So I went on his Twitter, and there's like, oh, we are legalizing marijuana or whatever. I was like, I'm sorry, I don't smoke marijuana or whatever. But it's just like, meanwhile, you letting him go. He needs to go to Rikers. He needs to go to solitary motherfucking confinement. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just ranting. I'm just like, so just this whole thing is so wrong. This system of these people get away with shit. Why? Like, I'm sorry. I'm like, I cannot with these people. I cannot with these people. Like, seriously. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, and I want to call the FBI guy. The guy's like, well, ma'am, we can't really give details of ongoing investigations. I was like, oh, well, maybe he's telling me there is investigations. So like, so anyway, so that's sorry, guys. I was just like very angry about this. Okay. And then somebody was like on Twitter, I need to get off Twitter, guys. Well, you know what? I do not. That's not true because I need Twitter. I need Twitter. Yeah. Yeah, they were saying the thing on Twitter. They were saying the same thing that there's two. They had never seen anything like this, unless the person was actually like a high level gang member or something. They knew was going to get killed or whatever. In 24 years ago, or the person saw something and hit their whole entire career. So I'm just like, you know what? It's really, I don't know what to say. It's just like really very upsetting, and I'm just like, sorry, I'm collecting myself. So anyway, so then I saw something on Twitter. I was saying I should get off Twitter, but I can't because that's how I find the information. So I just need to like not go on it. Today was a weird day. I'm kind of not. I don't know. It's okay. I hope if I get emotional today, it's just because I don't know, kind of like something like this. I don't know. So then somebody posted like that they're gonna try to bring scooters to Manhattan. I'm like, bitches, you bring a motherfucking scooter? I'm gonna go to the hardware store. I'm gonna get some 3-inch nails. I'm gonna hammer on a piece of wood, discarded wood. I'm gonna put it on the floor. So don't bring your stupid bullshit. Twitter. What did I hate those shit? Like, oh my god. So I got very, I noticed I'm angry. I'm just angry. I'm like, bitches, you wanna do libertarian bullshit? You wanna do lawless crap? Oh yeah? I'm gonna get a hammer. I'm gonna get some nails. I'm gonna get some discarded piece of wood. Oh yeah. I'm gonna throw the thing in the trash. Oh my god. Sorry guys. Even though it's kind of funny, it's for last a little bit, but I'm just like, but seriously, I was like, I'm gonna go do this. Like these people, you know what? It's like lawless bullshit. There's a libertarian crap. I'm done. I'm done with this. You're gonna trash the cities? Oh yeah? I'm the cop here, bitch. Excuse me? What? Rosie Gang. Me and spirits. No, so I'm like, oh my god. So guys, okay, so let's start for reals. Oh my god, so what a day today, guys. What a day. What a day. So MS Rose is 30. Yeah. They are Rosie. She calls herself Rosie Psychic Investigator. She says she wants to get rid of scooters on the streets. She was last seen wearing a polka dot dress and pearl earrings. She says, I am talking to spirits. hmm Uh, any information on her, please call 212. And I'm just kidding, guys. So, oh my gosh. Okay, so next, now that's the real thing. So, guys, okay, maybe I'll start with the hardest one, okay? I don't like talk about it too much, but I'm gonna get with this subject because a lot of you first after I posted the comments, a lot of you were saying we're talking about this. They had watched this woman's Elizabeth. She has I guess a live stream, and it's about the kids. Okay, and as you know, guys, for me, it's too much. It's almost too much. Okay, I can't. I've done it. Okay, I've done it, and I don't like it because it's very not depressing is the right word. It's very intense for me. So I don't want to know details, okay? I just can't. And I said, the thing that they said in the census, yes, they said it, but it doesn't mean the census is going to happen. We have to think. I know it's like we see these terrible things and they're happening right now, but we have to think that is not. I don't think it's going to happen all the way. But the stuff of the camps is real, okay? And okay, but let me just see how, guys, okay? I need to frame, I need to frame this as how are we going to be able to stop it? Because I don't want to know what's happening. I don't want to know the details of what's happening. I know what's happening. It's like a concentration camp, okay? So it's just I don't know. And if what can we do, okay? But like I said, guys, we have to kind of on the same time we have to kind of not let this, because if we stay there on that place, we have to focus on the image of the, like I said this before, guys. I've done this before one time. I'm remembering this. Maybe it's because I was supposed to tell you this. Imagine the mothers being reunited, the children, that's what I said before, the children being reunited with the mothers, the children winning lawsuits against all the people involved, You have to imagine, because the problem, guys, is when you see these very, very, very terrible things, you have to either do, there's not that much that they can do other than protesting and calling representatives, okay? But the thing is, like, you have to imagine that the children are going to be reunited, that even the ones, obviously you cannot erase it, it's not happy, ha ha ha, no, but not that there's going to be a happy ending, it's not that, is that when you focus on the awful sadness, okay, it doesn't help, honestly. It's like, oh, you like, oh my God, how terrible, oh no. It's almost worse, okay, honestly. From a practical perspective, the best thing you could do is to imagine the child protected, imagining protecting the children. Imagine that the mothers have find justice, that those people go to jail, because, guys, it really weak, it, like, it's not that I don't want you to read to know what's going on, is that unless you do something about it, it's not worth lingering. Okay, it's more like, it's not even like, oh, they're so happy. No, is that these people are going to go to jail, even if we don't see it yet, even if it's not part of the picture yet, we have to imagine to see that it's going to happen. Okay, even if it's like, oh my, no, but they're doing this. No, no, no. You have power too. Okay, so okay. So I'm gonna start with that, and I have other comments. So I'm glad, guys. I'm glad that we're here. I think, that, like, these lately these things have been very long, and I think in some ways, I know some of you prefer that I don't do live streams, okay? But I kind of like that we got together, honestly, because it's tough. You know what I mean? I think it kind of, I don't know. I like that we have conversations. You know what I mean? It's nice. It's kind of, I don't know, explain it. Okay. So it's a nice thing, and I think with the timestamps it helps. I am happy, guys, with the way I'm doing it now, okay, with the timestamps, because it helps me keep track of things. I think it helps you look at things, and it ties the stories together, okay? Even like I said, don't you think, I think it's worth the time, I think it's worth the time. I think it is. So anyway, so it's funny you say this, because I'm preparing, I wrote a couple of things for a newsletter, okay? Um and and then I there was one of the things that I did for somebody, for a client that I work with for coaching. I created this presentation for to project, the light, turning the light inside of you and finding your guide. But I can adapt it to just, you don't necessarily have to meet your guide, but you can kind of, once you get to the place where you have all this light around you, you can project it, okay, onto whatever you want. Okay, it's just a matter, okay. So anyway, it's just different things you can do, okay, other than like being upset, because upsetting, it's like take the upsetting, turn into action, okay, or project, instead of focusing on the suffering, it's focusing on the solution of this, okay, guys. And I'm getting this just even before I start the reading, that this is a whole truly horrific thing, but what's going to happen is going to motivate, if just as it happened in Germany, okay, it's going to motivate people to have to take extreme measures. Otherwise, it's like people, you know what I mean, it's like it finally wakes people up, because it's so horrific that you can't look, because guys, let's just be real also about this okay, I'm not going to say I don't know, it's not going to say horrible things, but this country has to deal with the history of oppression in general, not just this, okay, and it's part of it. It's like, oh, it's there's all these opportunities, but then this oppressed, it's a very violent country in a different, Brazil is also a violent country where I grew up, but here there's this weird, like, this underlying violence, you know right, against people, the history of the country, right, the history people of color and everything. And it's just like, we have to talk, not just talk about it, but do something. People have, because the anger, this is why, guys, I feel like it's unconscious, it cannot be. And I think what happens is, once we have power, the good people have power again, then immediately, not only is it going to be stopped, but it's going to be very serious what happens, okay, that's it. And guys, the thing that I was telling you about Cyrus Vance, like, it's also some, I'm one, okay, just start again here. One of the things that I make sure that I'm always, people that leave comments that seem like they're criticizing Democrats, even if they don't mean it, even if that's wasn't their intention, I delete it, okay, just because the group is not really about criticizing Democrats or being about that. But having said that, there is some truth to, like, even thinking of Cyrus Vance. He's not a Republican supposedly, but look at what he's doing. It's not because you were a Democrat that you have the free pass, you know so so we have to separate, a little, okay. So you know what I mean, it has to be like, some things are just not acceptable no matter what. So you know what I'm saying. So this is it, okay. So now, that's it. Now let's go. I'm gonna ask, okay, so first, guys, I'm gonna ask, let me, before I close my eyes, I'm gonna focus on, let's ask the origin of this, which is the tweet that Trump said. Was, even though, so don't say what he said, but I think in this case it is warranted. We need to look into whether it's going to happen what he said. There's a huge thing, they're going to get all these immigrants. Is this going to happen? Okay, so let's see. Let's figure out what's going to happen, and then we go from there. Okay, so last for protection before we, like, come in. Top of my head, if I breathe in, I feel my lungs breathe out. Okay. Step into the circle of light. I feel protected, connected. Every step, everyone is. We're all connected together in this beautiful circle of light. Like all of us, we feel connected, we feel protected. We know the energy of love, the energy of spirit, the energy of light. We're all in it together. And I ask that only the high spirits communicate, and that the information create the good and only the good. Okay. So, okay. Guys, you know what I'm thinking? This is not for now, because there's many topics, many topics. I kind of feel like, I know I said, remember the thing about the prayer, like there was, like, I want to do, maybe even, let me say, today or tomorrow, I don't know. Just do, I'm not even going to do a reading, okay? Just like 20 minutes or 10 minutes even, of like a little prayer together, okay? Just for that. Because I don't you feel like, I feel like, and as I'm doing this, guys, I have a sense that there's like, yeah, I told you, the battle of the spirits, you know what I mean? Like the between good and evil, like stuff, seriously, like they are pushing, they're getting exhausted, their time is coming, so they're pushing and it's exhausting. So we have to renew energies sometimes. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, so first question, is Trump going to go ahead with what he said with those ice raids, or whatever you call it? Okay, so let's see here. Okay. Oh, this is like this. Okay, so this is intro. Oh, look. Okay, weird. Okay, that I hope. Yeah, interesting, guys. So this is, look, this is trying to assert yourself, but if it's upside down, you can't. Or there's an issue with it. and this is temperance, in other words, balance, and this is aggression going forward. So I feel like it looks like it's tempered, it's not going to be okay. Okay, but let's just see. Doesn't Let's just see what's gonna happen. So Speedy longing. So he wants. Okay, so Speedy. Oh, the White House is longing. That's right. It's like this. The no. So Speedy was like this. Yeah, it was like this. So the White House upside down. So they want these. Oh, look, guys, delirante. That's right. They madness. The people there is full of hate. So they are longing. Well, longing is something they want. It's not concrete. Okay, they want to do something awful, criminal, and the White House is upside down. But okay, let's just see here. That's right, aggression. So you see, they want aggression. This is vision stars, aggressive vision in public. That's right. So they want to do. They guys, they're, you know what it is? Is like it really is like a horror show. It really is like a horror show. So like so they want to do it, but it's not gonna. I feel okay. Let me just see here. Okay, so that's okay. So is this going to happen? As he said, okay, what's going to happen with the ice thing? Are they going to do rates they want to do? So guys, it's kind of interesting here. It's suggested there are several interesting images. First is angels. I see a lot of angels, a lot of spirits, okay, around. Not just me, but everybody who needs the help. And I don't know if you remember, guys, Gandhi. Okay, if you've seen images of Gandhi, he was, I mean, obviously, probably you know who he is, right? So, this idea of peaceful protest and everything, and it just shows, guys, that I don't want to say that there's a miracle or a divine intervention because it's not. Oh, there's going to be a miracle. Don't worry about it. No, but there's a divine intervention here. I think also that it's sort of like, guys, I see this image almost biblical. Okay, it's like the mountains. You know what I mean? They are, how do I say this? Almost like they slip or the horses stop, or stuff like that. It's like the imagery it looks biblical to me, like in the sense that the good forces are intervening. And I also saw that there's attorneys general, okay, that are moving. They are moving to put some sort of injunction. That's the name I got. I don't know if it's an but some sort of legal document that will stop any moves, and it's going to freeze them cold. And they're saying if they do something, they're going to be arrested. The people from ICE. So it's kind of a showdown here, okay. And I think there's also saying here priests and spiritual people and communities and stuff like that. So is that right? So that's what I feel like. They're going to put an injunction and several, because it's a state level. They're saying it's telling me here the states have the ability to control some what happens in their border. There's something like that. There's some things they can't do. Okay, I guess. Okay. So they're doing okay. So in some ways, that is what is being done. I think, guys, it's telling me that, remember, there was a coalition of attorney generals that sued the administration. So they're calling each other now. They're like, hey, whatever, what are you going to do? So they're moving to do this. Okay, they're moving fast. They're talking to, there's a coalition to stop they say this to have to stop this lawlessness. Okay. So it's kind of like several injunctions. And also, guys, the police is going to stop because they're saying you can't do certain things. Okay. So that's a state. That's what I'm talking about. It's a state. Okay. So it's states. Okay. States are going to put the injunction. So this is it, guys. Okay. So I would, like I said, but at the same time, I would stop. Like, don't listen to the Trump, because Trump's, oh, we're gonna go to the sanctuary. Says, don't listen to what he's saying too much, because he wants us afraid, guys. I've told you before. That's the technique. Okay. So guys, I would, and I never. It's funny. I never say this, and I never ask. But for this week, now that we're talking, I kind of feel like we should pray. Okay, every day if we can. I don't always do it. Okay, but and sometimes I actually sometimes don't like to have a strict schedule because so many different things happen. But but I feel like it would be good, guys, okay? Because I feel like there is a in moments like this, the devil. I'm sorry, I feel like that's Trump. Let's just say Trump is the devil to me. I'm sorry, the devil force or whatever. In some ways he uses fear to make people think about him. Okay, so it's like I know that there was issues of his poll numbers. He wants to show for the base, and I told you before, guys, from all the readings I've done on Trump, he's a very vindictive person, and if he feels like he was hurt, he wants to hurt anybody in front of him. He wants to hurt the weakest. He want to, and it has nothing to do with what the person has done to him. Okay, so it's just that, okay, is that he wants to hit somebody. Literally, he wants violence to, because he feels, guys, he feels like, oh, interesting, she's in a sanctuary city in New Mexico. So I feel, guys, I feel it, and guys, I see this moment, almost I'm getting goosebumps as I say this historical moment, okay, where people start crying, like the people who are supposed to arrest. Okay, we have to inject humanity, okay, into them. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's like, it's not like, well, have good feelings for the ice people, but I think we have to start to melt their, we have to make them stop, so every way we can. Okay, and some people can, legal means, protest, and also this, like, give them flour, so I sound like a 90s to 60s again, but something, whatever you can, but we have to focus on the positive, and we have to wake up to our power inside and outside. Okay, seriously, because I see it, and like I said, okay, so this is the thing. Okay, now this shows that they want this, and that the White House is upside down, and they want, guys, look how disturbing this column is. This is the wanting. Then look, the guy has a stick, a wooden stick, and he's trying to assert himself, longing. He's imagining the violence, and this is aggression. See, this is the whip usually. And this type of card is called the birch rod, but it's a whip. So he's imagining, fantasizing about hitting people. Can you imagine? Yeah, so I said before, Lisa, don't be concerned. I feel like it's not productive to be, you either do something or you pray, but it's like to stay in the melancholy or stress and not do something is not productive. So when you feel something, you're going to either pray for it, like I said, see that they're going to be protected, everything's going to be okay. You either do something, because being paralyzed with anxiety and sadness and all these things is not productive. So just be conscientious of it, okay? So this is it. So guys, I sense this revolution. I sense this change, guys. I really do, because we have to wake up to our light, okay? We have to wake up to our light, okay? So that, now let me just go forward a little bit. So this is okay. So they want to do these things, but so how will these raids be? I'm asking kind of similar questions. So when the raids happen, how will they be? What is the tone, or how are they going to happen? Interesting. So you see, guys, this is the beginning of something, but it's not, it's upside down. So it doesn't seem like it's a lot, but this is people, shady people behind the scenes plotting things, okay? And this is like a really interesting thing with this card, because usually, guys, it's a quid pro quo, but look at this card. I think it also applies to the situation of the immigrants, okay? Because there's people who need help, and it's like this, but it's interesting because this card is the same card as a card of money, right? Owing something. So it basically suggests that these people are doing it for money, but also because they don't want people to help them. You know what I mean? This is it's interesting. I hadn't thought about it this way before, but it's true. They are upset that these people are being helped. It's not just that they can't do something, is that they are, you know what I mean? That Yeah, so guys, look, this is kind of confirms what I said. This is something, well, and interesting, this is Gran Signore, so a very powerful person. I don't believe this is Trump, because Trump is usually upside down. Somebody powerful. The child could be the children. It could also be Trump. Okay, we don't know. I think it could be. I think in this case it's the children. But in this case, guys, I haven't closed my eyes yet. But I feel like It could be, like I said, a powerful person other than Trump, okay, who stops something. Now, this is the shady people plotting. This is, again, this same card as this, which is the quid pro quo card, the card of jewels, okay. And then we have the lady, which it's all open-ended. Okay, then I've got another one. Now, this is important, something important. So it could also be that this suggests money to me, okay, but then the good thing here, guys, this is a letter, right? I was telling you before that there's an injunction. This is the law upside down in the letter. So they could stop this, okay? There's a legal motion. I see child important letter. In other words, important law, important motion that would stop it. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like it, and I see, guys, now let me do the eyes, okay? So what's going to happen here, what they want to do with the kids, and what's happening? They're like, no, we're not going to do this. No, they're stop. We can't. Vigilante groups are going to try to do it. No, they're going to have law. Okay, there's going to be laws. But I said before, guys, um, I like to do, how do I say this? It's like the governors, the local, they're the state area sections, they're going to do things and they're not going to let it happen like that, okay. And it's an effort by governors and higher a level. It could be this. So what is the gran signore with this jewel situation? People in power, discovery of money. I wonder if they might leak something, okay, also connected to this. But it's yeah, there's going to be a lot of like public opinion, and also, like I said, the governors are going to stop this, and they're not going to. The other thing, something else might drop about Trump. They're trying to distract, of course, and the immigration is like, the Trump administration is let's just say it is a Nazi administration. They want their what is there? They don't have a goal other than creating pain and suffering. Let's get real. Like, they want the wealthier people to get more money, and they want the poor people to suffer, mostly people of color, but also white people. You know what I mean? Everybody. Like, they want people to suffer. That's it. So they're happy. That's what we're here for. You know what I'm saying? Look at a mess. We make a mess. So it feels empowering to them. I know it sounds crazy, but to them it's like the polls are down. The war is probably not going to happen, but if you can hit some people, you can put some immigrants in a concentration camp, we'll feel better about ourselves. That's what they want. And I just wanted to say this, guys, because that's every day, okay, for them. They don't need a circumstance, they don't need anything to have. That's what they care about. That's real. If you ask, what do they want? They want this. That's what they care about. So, okay, so that's that. So what will be the outcome of this effort to step it up? Guys, I'm asking the same question in different degrees because I need to know, okay? Exactly, coincides with you, exactly, guys. So is he going to be able to do this the way he wants? Like, how do I say this? Is he going to be able to oppress more than before? Okay, between now and the election, is he going to succeed? This is disappointment. Oh, look, families, this is good. Oh no, no. Oh no, 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 no. Somebody leaving? Oh, who? Leaving, huh? Oh, interesting, no? So, guys, of course, this could very well be, I don't think it's the families, though. I feel like this is interesting because this is disappointment. This is families. This is somebody leaving. So I don't think the situation of the families leaving is because they're disappointed. It's something harder, harsher. So I feel like it's not okay. Let me just more cards here, but let's see what it says. Yeah, see, guys, there's the money. You know what it suggests, really, again, that he's not going to be able to do because he's going to have to leave. Everything is pointing. Oh, look, the news about something foreign, the growth, secret. Look, so it's people connected to. Oh, that's right. It could be his family is involved in. Like I said, the stuff is coming out, and he's going to have to leave eventually. Okay, or soon. Timing is difficult, but that's what it suggests. I don't think he'll be able to do this because look, the secret money, somebody has to leave. I don't think it's the families because the families are not able, by definition, if they are in some sort of prison, they can't leave, right? So it's not the case. Okay, so okay now, okay, so what is Yeah, they just want this because guys, I feel like yeah, no, seriously, guys, exactly. It's no exactly, guys. It's so and I think, I mean, it's not that I don't think that I think that they're racist, of course, but that's not it's not enough to get. It's like what I think 8% of the population is truly horrifically like the ones that like to go to the rallies. Or not, you guys. It's not that many people. It really is not. So he succeeds with these people. He pushes away the independents. Okay, so I don't think it's not it's just that that's how he feels. It really visceral for him. He's a violent person, okay, and he likes to see the suffering. He's a sociopathic. He's, what is it called? What's the word? Sadistic. He likes to see people suffer, I think. Okay, so that's the sense. Now, okay, and I see that he's like he's able. He just can't. It's almost like, guys, it honestly feels like a drug. A person who takes a drug, they sometimes have to take more because it doesn't have, there's no effect. Now he's like trying to get harsher and harsher because nothing moves. He's like, nothing's happening. I'm doing this and nobody moves. Like, they're still around. They're still after me. What the hell? So, okay. So they're saying, don't worry. It's gonna, I'm getting the guys this October. October is gonna, those camps are gonna be stopped. Everybody's gonna be freed. Okay. It's saying here, October. Don't worry, October. So, like, they're gonna, because guys, it's not as if the day Trump leaves doesn't mean it's going, there's gonna be a lot of stuff that it has to be sorted out. Okay. Wow, very nice. So, okay, last question about this, because then we have to move on. Okay. So, okay, there's so many questions. Okay, is what can we do? Because we were talking about what can we do about this? Okay, because it is obviously not just frustrating; it's very upsetting. It's very okay. So, what can we do? Interesting. This is both fan, but also not celebrating. Sad, the White House upside down chaos. Okay, strategy, thoughts, happiness, sadness. Okay, so strategy about. Okay, so oh my God, look, the same card. So strange when it happens. The same card. Oh wow, look, the same. This is moving on from sadness. Okay. And this is again, guys, a card of sadness. So this is strategies and thoughts. Pensiero means philosopher of like how to move on from this. I think it's kind of maybe what I was saying before. Try to focus on the good outcome. And if the family, this is also a card of home or families, as they're separated. Try to think. It's not that you're going to think of happiness, but try to really, because Pensiero, guys, is really about thinking. So it's mostly about thought here. It's just that you have to kind of try to focus on a good outcome for them. It's saying it's chaotic. There's no way around it. Okay, and like they are guilty. Okay, it's just like I can just close my eyes here. What can we do? What can we do about this? What can we do about the situation of the kids? You have to focus. Don't turn off when you get something news upsetting like this. Turn off the television, Twitter, whatever. Close your eyes and do project your light. Not just pray, but see that everything's succeeding, see those people going to jail, see this ending, see the joy of them reuniting with the kids, see a better country where everybody recognizes and when there's justice for all of these people and everybody here that may not be this kids, but I mean general. Okay, so that is like that's that. Okay, so there's not, or just do action, but you have to kind of either be organized about it, but don't let yourself, listen, don't let yourself be quote unquote upset about it. It has to be either you could put it into action or take a kickboxing whatever. You have to kind of like take this energy and push it out, do something or pray, or but don't stay there like whole reading the news. It's not productive. Okay, you have to kind of use your internal power better. Okay, so okay, even if it's like, sorry again. So that's it. Okay, for now. Okay, so because it's gonna change. They're saying things are gonna change, and they're saying, and it's funny. I get this sometimes. Spirits are like, not to say that you're responsible for this because you're not, but in some ways, a lot of horrible things have happened in America. Nobody said anything. We need to change the justice system and to do a lot of things. This is kind of like a wake up call to a lot of people. Not just about the immigration, but about police brutality, and stuff like that. So So that's that, guys. Okay, so I need there's okay, guys. There's a lot of questions. I may go over as usual. These days is so much stuff going on. Okay, but that's it for now for this. Now let's change change things, guys. I kind of do I ask about Cyrus Vance since I was like, okay, Cyrus Vance. Let me just ask. Okay, since I asked about him, what's gonna happen to him? Like, what the hell is this thing with the Manafort? Is he gonna be in like? Is there gonna be an investigation about Manafort? Okay, and the whole thing is, I'm sorry, like I know, forget about all the stuff he's done for Epstein and Weinstein. Okay, I want to know, is something gonna happen? Because it's not acceptable. I'm sorry. Oh, he's a crazy man. Yeah. Oh, good for him. Oh, guys. I love this card upside down. It says that he's restless. It's like, oh, the devil. Yeah, you just sold to the devil, bitch. Really? I think so. Yeah, because you see, guys, it's kind of interesting. It could be him here, it could be Trump, but I think it could very well be him. Because you see, this is the guy. He's restless because he's thinking of the devil. Like, oh, I made the pact with the devil. Yeah, really. Oh, look at the baby. That's right. Oh, so it's Trump. The baby. Oh, guys, this card, our artista is the same card of as the card of the letterato, which is look at these little books. I talked about it before. Back in the day, no people did not have books. So whoever had books was a person who was the keeper of information. So that's it. So it's compromat, okay? That's it. I've said before. I think we know that, right? So oh look, domesticos. Oh guys, you see? So look at how interesting. So the Bambino Trump, he has a lot of shady information, and domestico is the servant. So he makes him do what he wants because he has the compromat on him. Oh my God, it's really. I would just wish these people had more courage. Oh look, oh guys, gorillas, informations about the gorillas. Oh yeah, little gorillas. I had sex with children. You know what I think, guys? I got it now. It's like, you know who? Okay, you know what I get? Whose face I see? Epstein. He's like, yeah, I know that guy. I have nice videos of you, Cyrus Vance. So that's it. That's it. He's like freaked out because he's thinking the information is gonna come out. Okay. And of course, guys, in this circumstance, the letter, we have a letter about Carlos. Mm-hmm. Onemico, enemy, right? So the enemy, guys, in this context could also be a foreign enemy, right? Because the male enemy is a person not in your environment. So could be the Russians he may have sold the information to Russians. I don't know, but it's very. I wouldn't. Look, this is the bear's finances, money, also money, maybe. Oh, mountain problemos, long-term problems. Oh, fox, that's it. Treachery. So guys, yeah, he's very. It shows that he's very, very stressed out about it. Okay, and that there's informations about it. It's funny. It does not show to me. It doesn't show Manafort. It just shows what's going on with him. Which is I think this is finances or boss financial blockages, treachery. So it's or power. Okay, so it's, oh, that's right, guys. It could also be that the powerful people get blocked by you know what I mean, so they control these people. They're like with puppet strings. Okay, so what's going to be the outcome? Okay, so this is what I want to know. So yeah, so is, yeah, does Yafia, in other words, I'm just trying to think here, guys, is this what's going to happen to him? Like, honestly, I don't really care if there's I don't care about, is there investigation now. I'm sure now, I feel like there is. Just now I kind of got a sense there is because of all this. But what's what I want to know, what's going to happen to him? Like, what? I don't know. I don't care about the process. I want the outcome. What is the outcome? Like, I'm done with this guy. Too many chances. I'm done with his face. Oh look, the world upside down. The money, the shady money. Okay. Oh, guys, look. Painful ending. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Shady marriage. Oh. Oh, big prize. Big prize. Okay. Letter. We'll have a letter. Little letter. Yeah, I'll have a letter. Yeah, look, the shade. This is he received money from people. That's right. Oh, the man. Oh, was the man? Oh, prigione. Really? He goes prison? Interesting, no? Interesting. Oh my God, that's it. That's it, bitch. Smoking gun. Evidence about Cyrus Vance. Smoking gun. Evidence about Cyrus Vance. So that's it. Discovery of smoking gun. Prison. Prison times for peoples. Uh-huh. 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 So guys, okay, just quickly. So guys, the world upside down, right? So something foreign, there's a shady deal, and the guy is he gives him money. Okay. So then we have this is also shady money upside down is the big prize, right? So or maybe we gave him a lot of money. This is him, and another card is prigione. Now prigione like this could be also leaving or either causing him to go to prison, but also bondage, guys. In other words, it doesn't mean that he necessarily would go to prison, but he's bound by these people. You know what I mean? He is in some ways he is already in a prison because he made this deal. So you see, and then we have this. Now I have to say, this is smoking gun evidence, a letter or document, and create painful ending. I have to say, guys, I don't wish him any bad, but I have to say, I hope it doesn't happen. But I kind of have a sense I don't say these things too often. I pray for him, okay, for the light and everything, but I kind of feel like he could commit suicide almost, okay. For some reason, this combination. Look at this card. It's kind of this is a guy with a gun on his head, and this is the swords on his back, and it's all upside down. In other words, something is caused, or it's kind of like self-created, or when these types of cards are upside down, there's also a connection of like causing something to end, or it's like self-created, you know what I mean? There's a sense that is self-created, and it doesn't say an end. It just says it shows both cards in some way has to do that. These cards are very much about this is about desperation also, and pain. You know what I mean? It's not there's no coffin here, but it's very painful, and I'm sure he's suffering. I'm not defending him, of course, but it's very stressful for him to be in this position. But that's okay. So what's gonna happen to him? Guys, so wow, I kind of, it's this is like I'm glad I'm doing these readings, guys, because you know what, um, I kind of feel bad for him. I kind of see him. He's received the letter here is that he's indicted because you guys remember there was already there. Now I'm remembering there's already an investigation into him accepting money from Ivanka and Don Jr. and never bringing charges. Remember this? Then there's probably already investigations into Epstein and why he let these people go and all that. So I see him receiving this letter and then wanting to jump from a building upstairs. He wants to commit suicide. Okay, because I think the alternative here is that he cuts a deal. But the thing with those sex crimes, if they have evidence of the blackmail, okay, about I don't know how old the person is, or it's very like complicated. It may not be, you know what I mean? He may not he's gonna have to lose his job anyway, I think, right? So it's just like it's like he's waited. I don't How do I say it? I feel like before this wasn't visible. And once Trump became president, now everything is visible. So but back in the day, before if Trump wasn't president, we would not even know about this. And now everything is kind of so I think he's really desperate and he may try. I feel like he's debating whether to kill himself or cut a deal, but he feels like his life is over. Because really, like if you have this prominent position, in New York, also he probably goes to a lot of amazing events. He has a lot of fine, not a good life, but he's gonna lose everything, I'm sure, right? But I just don't understand, like why wait if you know these things? Quit while you're ahead or something, right? And then start a bit do other things. But I guess you can't because it's true that if you had sex with them, I don't know how these laws are or anything, but you see it's kind of like it's complicated. So guys, so this is it. Is he gonna pay? Oh yeah, he's gonna pay for it. And I feel like something I said, guys, something really terrible like happening to him. I don't know. I don't hope for, I hope he can do the right thing, but I don't know that he can. Because, the type of person who accepts these deals, who is capable. I am not even going to judge about the sex with a younger woman or whatever. I'm just saying that if you were able to do something that Trump wanted, think about it. Like, it's so like weird to me, like not just weird, but like, I don't know, guys, it's terrible. If like, I just can't. I think I would rather kill myself. I think if I had to do something to make Manafort look better, I don't know. I just can't. Oh, Manafort is a great guy. Oh yeah, like well, Gavanka, they're so great. Just like I can't. But this every person is different. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, So that's that. I know, and I'm at peace. I'm at peace with him. I'm at peace. And guys, it's telling me don't worry about the investigations that already have investigations on him. At least two. They three. They're saying there's also financial misappropriation on him. Yeah, yeah. So yeah. So I mean, just last question, guys, about this. Okay, so what about him, for example, right? So how come he's been able to stay there all this time? Because New York, like, it's competitive, this job. I'm sure a lot of lawyers would love to be DAs, but how come he stayed there for so long? Well connected, wealthy, good, the right family, quote unquote. Oh, and he's a guys, oh my God, what's telling me he's appeased the mobsters. It's so frustrating, because it's like we think, it was like I almost feel like they got rid of the Italian mob, but like the Russian mob or the wealthy, you know, real estate type mob. He's like, oh, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. Yeah. So he, guys, it's the deal to look away. That's it. It's like it because for him it's like, oh, don't worry about it. There's no victim, right? For him it's like, well, it's not like somebody died, you know. It's not like somebody lost their life saving. It's just some women raped or whatever. Who cares, That's how he justifies this to himself, right? And probably because in some ways he must empathize with Weinstein and Epstein because he was a part of it in some way or another. Because I think a lot of times, guys, these guys didn't necessarily know the women were that young, or I don't know. There's different. I'm not justifying it for them, but I feel like once you're in with them, you have to. It's like they have to protect their backs because if the information comes out, their careers are over. Okay, so whatever. I don't have time for to have empathy for Rayon. No, no time for empathy. So anyway, so okay. Now, guys, changing sub. Now going to the hardcore things, huh? I mean, today is very light information. No, very light. Thank God, guys. Now I can laugh. Thank God I'm laughing. I was worried. Because the subject's so difficult. So, okay, guys. Now let's go. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now, like, how do we start now? How do we even start? Well, this whole guys. Okay, now let's get real. Can you believe what was happening? Can you believe the guy, the Shanahan guy? I don't remember what it said, guys. I don't know if there was a coffin cart. I don't remember. But like, can you okay, if you have you read it? I don't even remember the details, guys. It's a mix of Jerry Springer and Investigation Channel because it's like this ridiculous amount of like domestic violence, like real violence. Did you see the son smashed his mother's head with a baseball bat? Okay. I'm not exaggerating this exactly. Crashed the mother's skull with the not okay, that's the beginning. Not only that, so then what did the father do? Shanahan, what did he do? He made sure the son had a hotel room to stay. So, you know what I mean? So like, okay, and apparently he didn't even go to what was it? He didn't visit the woman in the hospital. And apparently the woman, it sounded like she was crazy, like she had mental problems or whatever, but still, like, oh. Oh, and this is the thing that the article quoted. It said so he said something like apparently to the police. He said, well, but you have to give it to him. I mean, she was really annoying him for 3 hours before that. In other words, he really knows what this. He's like, son, don't worry about it. I wish I could do it myself. That's really the tone of the story, okay? So not only did he did that, did the mother and apparently I think it was the interview. The police was like, yeah, I remember the woman is on the floor with a cracked skull and like all the blood everywhere. Oh, it's guys, because this is the stuff that when I watch crime shows, that's what I see. It's like, oh, he's on in investigation levels. Oh, investigate. It's like one of those cases, where they have hmm. So like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like those that because guys, at first I thought, oh, it's Jerry Springer. No, Jerry Springer is nothing. Jerry Springer has got nothing on him. It's already investigate. So I just can't, guys. Can you imagine? And I was like, it's sad. The whole thing is I just can't even imagine. I have no words. Okay, it really is horrific in any way you put it. I don't care. It's like I'm not even. I can't. It's beyond judgment because it's like like I said, guys. It's like a more, and I think they were saying something like what is it? Manslaughter. I mean, and well, she's still alive, I guess, but it's like those he could spend like 20, I don't know how long in prison, but he was like, well, but my son, he's in an athletic program, and he's like this. Like, of course, if you were, African, like, he would be in jail for like for life, right? So no, no, but he has a good academic program. Yeah, whatever. And then he graduated with a degree in international relations or something. Something that you could use for like law school. Maybe his name is Squee. No, just kidding. So you see what I'm saying? It was just like I can't even say it. It's really, and I have to say the one thing I commend the guy for, at least he decided to talk. He said it. He talked about it openly. This is a good thing. He's not at least denying, because it got to the point, because the article on the Washington Post was saying, like, we were talking to him since January. They were finding this information, but guys, it's not even bad. It's just like John saying, more excuse for bad behavior. This is like beyond. It's not even bad behavior. It's like criminal behavior. This is like dangerous, guys. Can you imagine? Like, I can't even imagine. Like, imagine a woman has a cracked skull and blood, like this. I can tell you the stuff I see on investigational channels. That's the guy who's the government. Okay, guys, no, let's just think about it. Just this is the person in the Department of Defense. He's very balanced. He's very balanced. Can you imagine? Let's go to war. I call up my son. Hey, son. Like, seriously, he's really he's really, like, seriously. Think about it. Like, what kind of, like, that's, I'm sorry, but that's not. Whoa. You know. So wow. Can you imagine? I just can't. So anyway, so it just coincided with the whole thing with the war stuff. So I can't imagine this guy. Somebody's gonna crack, right? And as I said before, it's true. He was not participating in these meetings. It makes perfect sense why he was not participating in the meetings about the fake war, whatever bullshit. So that's it. Now let's me. I don't know what to ask, guys. Okay, I don't know what to ask here about him, because what do you say after that? Obviously, he's quit. But I wonder. Let's just ask here. What does this story about Shanahan mean? Well, because Ruth, but it's actually not a difficult question. Ruth is asking, how does Trump know these people? It's kind of sometimes it's obvious, because he's a horrible person. It's kind of like they hang out together, because you have to be a horrible person to do these things. Good people, guys, can't do this stuff. I don't think. So yeah, how can these? Oh my God. So anyway, guys, but he's leaving. Okay, he's leaving. So this is what's what I want to know, guys. I kind of want to know this. What does him leaving mean to Trump's plan for the wars? Because clearly, we're going to find out more information about who did it, whatever. More about the boat. But what does this mean for Trump's plans about the wars, like the shady plans? What does this mean? How did Trump take the news? You clearly, either he didn't know, or, I mean, it's hard to believe that he didn't. This is too much. Okay, this stuff, it's criminal. It's like the kid could go to jail for like decades, I guess, if he wasn't white and rich or whatever, like, what I mean? He wasn't, his dad wasn't like, he's a Bowen executive, whatever the article said. But like, but what I mean is that, how did Trump take this, and what does this mean for Trump's plan for these fake wars? Okay, how did Trump take this? Oh, look. Oh, interesting. Interesting. So this is interesting. This is harvest. Guys, this is about collecting money, okay? So collecting money or collecting data. This is, Hangman is a great card. This waiting. So he can, that's very good for us, guys, because this card means that he's suspended, right? Whatever he wanted to do, he can't, because the guy's leaving. And this is like, this is a person who can't sleep. He can't sleep because I want, like I was telling you, I want my money. I want my money. Look, I want my money, right? But he can't get the money, so he's really worried. He's really worried. He can't sleep because now he's stuck. Damn it. Did it have to happen now? Oh, guys, look at them. Look, crazy Kool-Aid people. There they are. Kool-Aid people. There's Trump. Oh my God, look at them, guys. Look at them. Yeah, this is Trump. Wait, is Trump the guy in blue or the guy in red? I don't know. They kind of look alike a little. This is hey man. Yeah, I just my son just hit my wife with a baseball bat. It was kind of crazy, So I show up at work. I have to clean up the blood. Oh, the other thing, guys, the article. It's like nobody can make it up. Okay, nobody can make it up. But it said in the article that he. So the son did that to the mother, and then the younger son arrives, and he gives the younger son an alcohol bottle, alcohol like clean, like medicine alcohol, and says, "Go clean that up." He tells the younger son to clean up the mother's blood with the thing of, can you imagine, like, whoa, whoa, like, that's the level we're dealing with. Okay, so, oh, look, the shady, that's right, guys, that's right, the shady business, guys. Oh my god, guys, I'm sorry, I hope it's not a look. Okay, this guy looks like MBS, doesn't he? A little bit. Okay, this is the trader, like trader in Venice, right? So doesn't look like, I think it looks a little bit like MBS, I'm not saying. So even the size, this guy's kind of big. MBS is kind of big too. So, oh my God, you see, guys, like, so yeah, Trump is upset because, oh look, oh that's right, oh, domestic enemy again. So he's afraid because the deal, like, there, he was drinking the Kool-Aid, hoping that he was going to get the money, but now the whole thing is in stalemate. Okay, with the shady business, and this is the treason. He's worried about the treason because, guys, it's getting closer and closer and closer. So what is it going to do? You know what I'm saying? Amalato, he's sick. Okay. Oh my God! This is a wonderful card. This is like this, guys. It was like this. So it's the cat upside down is the lies are the truth is exposed about what, the shady deal. The shady deal is not happening. So, oh look, the thief. So the shady deal. Look, the sick. He's sick, or they are sick. Okay, and because the truth is revealed about the shady deal, and his truth about being this treason in some way, right? This is Lily's, could be older man or experience or time. Conversations. We'll have, this could be recordings, guys. Okay. Oh no, Scythe, excellent card. So his time is coming. Cut. So the cut, it's like it's perfect because whatever he planned he had is not going to work. It's over, cut. So the old man had conversation about cutting. And guys, this goes back to the thing that I was told. This is the son. This is a Shanahan's son. I'm just kidding, guys. Actually, I'm not. Could be like he has the weapon. So you see what I'm saying? But he's not really. He's not. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about shit. But like, he knows that the stuff, the knife is on his literally, this knife is on his back. His throat. But essentially, this means that he's gonna have to cut it. He's gonna have to stop everything. And guys, Trump, as you know, he only is motivated by money. Okay. So if there is no money for him, he gets depressed. He doesn't want to do it anymore. Okay. So this is it. Oh no. So okay. So let's see here. Okay. So very good. Thank you, Shana. Thank you. Because, guys, can you imagine this came out and stopped? If okay, so tell me what? Oh, Trump was like, "Oh, fuck, the last thing I needed was this bullshit." Because they were okay. This is the thing. Somebody there who, none of this. What's fascinating and sad, also, of course, about them is that they have no notion of, like, they don't pay attention to anybody but themselves, right? But some other people had noticed that this guy Shanahan was kind of like, he was not there. He was nervous. He wasn't. There was just something off about him. They didn't know what it was, and now it makes sense. So he's like, oh, that's right. They were saying this and that, and but Trump liked that the guy was absent, so that he never challenged him. One of the reasons why he was hired was because he was, oh, this is it. He was, and it's funny, it's on the Washington Post too. It's saying he was good at closing deals, like, the salesman type. Okay, he's like, yeah, no, here's, I get you this, I get you that, whatever. So he was good at closing deals, and that's why Trump liked him at the time. But they knew that he was not a quote unquote ideological person. He was just a businessman, and they liked it because he was just a person who didn't have many questions. It was just all about numbers. So, and this is what I'm not remembering, guys. This happened before, and when I saw the other reading about him, it was all about numbers too. So like, so you see what I'm saying? So now that it's like, oh damn it, now I can't do it, because, like, for the whole thing for them was that they were gonna have people who are not gonna who are just, like I said, kind of like tools. And I don't mean by tools the sense of like that he's stupid, but the sense that he's just you press a button, he does what he asks and does. That's it. They didn't want somebody who's going to have ideas. Just close the deal. Bye. Kind of sort of like a manager, like an MBA type person. Okay. So oh, interesting. Huh? Interesting. Oh. So that's that. So that's what it does to the plans of Trump. Okay, now, and I told you before, guys, nobody in the Pentagon cared about him. So I does it answer the questions about him? Now, there's many questions here. I kind of, let's see here. Okay, so I kind of have more questions about this. Okay, maybe you should ask this. It's funny, guys. We did it. Okay, before towards the end of the day, then the news about the Pompeo thing and the Iran started to drop, and I was like, oh, so the reading I did was it the day before or like Sunday. It's making sense. It's happening, I think. But I want to know more. Like, I remember I asked, like, what's going on in the Pentagon, right? And it showed that they're closing out, right? But today there's all these events, so I want to know. So so now, guys, let's go to. I'm just thinking here. Do you want to know about? Should I ask about Henry Kissinger? Let's ask about Henry Kissinger because he's almost like he's the type of thing that I almost forget, but he may be important. Okay, but let's ask about what was Harry Kissinger on top of everything. The Devil's Child number 10001. Harry Kissinger, the Angel of Death. He was at the Pentagon today. Huh? I wonder what he was doing there. Interesting. How what a coincidence. So as I saw it said in the comments, that I looked it up. I was like, oh, maybe there's news about it, but there wasn't. Just on Twitter, but I randomly found this Israeli newspaper saying that this was from like exactly a month ago, in May. He had gone to Israel and had met with these people. He's close to Netanyahu, of course, and then he was met with Bolton. And then in the article it said, oh, he said there's Trump said the deal of a lifetime. So that's what I was thinking, guys. I think it's the Saudi deal, okay? And then it said, then he is at the Pentagon. Like, what was he doing there? Look, what was he doing there? That guy is so evil, Sorry, he's just the worst. And he's like, these people, guys, they're like vultures. They smell blood. They're like, oh, the war. Oh, I smell it. Where is it? I need to go get in. So, right. So it's like he's like, go get some meat or whatever. Like he likes the blood. Or, it's really kind of. So what was he doing there? What was Henry Kissinger? He's 100 years old, but there he is. Oh, came with a sword. So what was Henry Kissinger doing there today? Oh, the woman here. See the woman. Oh, look. Interesting. So sword, this is clarity or so. Now this is kind of an interesting card because it's about maintaining what you have. It's in some ways a card about not taking risks. The moon is like you don't know the stuff that's happening. It's sort of like it's giving you a half a picture of something. Let's see more information. So the widower, losses or guilt or something. Okay. Oh no, guys, look, the smoking gun evidence. So really interesting, no? Interesting. Interesting information or desperation. Loyalty. Interesting, no? Interesting. Oh, weird. Oh, guys, look, financial discovery. Again, the card of the people, guys. The people drinking Kool-Aid. This is a lot of money. Okay, so let's just see. I'm just gonna say, oh, snake. He's definitely a snake. Problem was the opportunity for the White House. So let's here, victory or clarity. Yeah, so this is a person who's mourning or there's losses. I see here, this is, guys, and it's kind of creepy if you think of this card in terms of wars. If you think of the Vietnam War, how many people died? Think about it, guys. Look at these coffins. Isn't that creepy when you think about it? If the context is some sort of war in the background, right? This is shady money, and this is a snake. So I feel like I think he's, in a weird way, it's like he's either urging some sort of action, and I think he's trying to like convince. And I'm getting here, and I think I've read about this before, that Henry Kissinger is a very, very gifted. Um, he influencer before in the true sense of the word, like a person who can convince others to do things, I think. So I think he's putting stuff on people's heads that they have to act fast. Okay. So like there's money, but there's a money thing, which is interesting. Now the Queen of Wands could be again this energy of forward to, but then to maintain something, which is weird. And this is a gun on that is a this is desperation, and also quid pro, not quid pro quo, I'm sorry. Um Smoking on evidence. This is people who are drunk, okay, and also opportunity. So guys, it's really kind of weird here. I have to close my eyes, but I'm getting the sense that he really is a vulture. Like he's exploiting a situation. He's exploiting a lack of clarity and desperation to make something happen. But then you see all these deaths. Like, you see what I'm saying? It's so creepy. This is the moon, so you don't know. It's in the middle of the night. Again, this idea of confusion, almost like he's there to muddy the waters. Loyalty. So, oh, interesting. I'll have something else to say. And this is again a lot of money. So he's there for the White House. So, guys, I also feel like he could also be talking about the losses, the smoking gun evidence about the loyalty. So it's almost as if he could. I feel like he could be a messenger also to tell them, somebody, either the Trump administration or something like that, that this could be, if stuff is revealed, then we're going down together. There's a sense here that, okay, so problem, the opportunities, and this is discovery of money. But it's like everybody's drinking the Kool-Aid, okay, but at the same time, it's almost as if he's edging people on. Okay, it's really strange because it's like he knows that this is like people are out of it. They don't know everything, but there he's a snake. And the moon of this combination, the moon, the snake, and even this, which is a lot of losses. Move fast, create losses, make money, create problems. Think about it. It's really creepy. It's really like, it's really bad. Like, it's a kind of a, it's like a minute. It's a manipulator, like an evil kind of, he is, guys, like reminds me of who? Jared. He is like Jared, but a smart version of. Think about how Jared is dangerous, but this guy is like is like Jared, but it's much smarter. Think about it. That's dangerous. Jared is ignorant, and he doesn't know. He doesn't know how that he's not as smart as he thinks he is. Kissinger knows, and apparently he was close to Jared. I read about it before. So so what's going on here with this guy? What he go to do? Oh my God, guys! You know what? Oh my God, yeah, you know what I saw? Oh my God, this is so sick. Oh my God. Today I have to take shower because, but like there he is. He's like this old guy. He's like, hey, I hear there's a lot of opportunities if we move fast. I have contacts with the general such and such over there. And he said, he was like, so it's like he's encouraging the military to move fast. There's an opportunity because, guys, I see how this, I don't know if it's a business card or something, but it's like he would get everybody who works for the Saudis gets paid millions. They are very generous, right? So he's just thinking, I'm just gonna go convince them that we need to close the deal. We need to close it now. And he just kind of puts things in people's heads, like, oh, we need to move, we need to do like that. So that's like he's kind of like a spy. He has his motivations are off. Okay. Now the other interesting thing that I get here about him is that the military is like, what about China? And I didn't read the whole thing, but apparently now he really likes China or something. And they kind of ask him sort of like as if to tell him that they know that he's like a China stan. He's always like, oh, like, oh, China is so great. Like, this sort of like just let him know lightly that they have no reason to trust him you know, because I feel like what they're saying, oh, we know each other from back in the day, back when you were a kid. Like he knows a lot of those like high level military, but they don't trust. But they're like, yeah, things changed. They think to themselves. They don't say, because the military people I'm getting here, they're not very expressive. They don't say things. Sometimes they're direct, but a lot of times you just listen. They're like, mm-hmm. But he's just a peddler, guys. To me, oh my God, can I tell you what I see with him? Oh my God, so interesting. I see, the card of the devil, the image. I see the devil right next to him, like right above him is the devil. He's the devil. He's like that, always like pushing people, pushing their weaknesses to try to make them do evil things. Okay, so the song, the devil's song. That's him. He's like gonna go like put So something like say that he's like the evil, say evil, kind of like Jack is saying, guys, like Jared. So he leaves. It's just like he's a salesman. That's what he went to do there. He's kind of what he was doing, some sort of a lobbying. That's what he was doing, lobbying on behalf of the Saudis and wanting to make this war happen because there's a lot of money. Yeah, he doesn't tell them the money, but he knows that's what's a lot of good outcomes. And guys, like a lot of those Republicans have to say, they are very sadistic people. They like to see blood. That's what I was told you. The thing about the coffins, I kind of feel like he's like, oh, some people gonna die. Ooh. Mm. He's like, I honestly, I feel like a lot of casualties. Ooh. Like seriously, I'm not kidding. I think he makes him happy to hear that. Anyway, I'm gonna go off on Leon because we'll have other questions. So, okay, so now, guys, let's go to the hot parts here of reading. So, okay, now let's go here to the thing about Iran more. So, guys, yesterday, I still, who knows? There's still a lot. The information still doesn't quite square up, but there's some people that think that it's still Iran. I had a pretty clear sense here that it was not Iran, and the thing I did, as much as I read as much as I could, and it said that they don't have, they just have the image of those people removing the bomb or whatever. The bomb didn't go explode, and this bomb they were talking about is this bomb that you kind of like. It's almost like a magnet. It clings to it's a swimmer who puts the thing there. It clings and then it explodes, but it's not a very big, very powerful. It's just to kind of like hurt. So the fact that they were saying, Malcolm and Nancy and everything, the fact that they were removing those things, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that it was them. Even it doesn't have to be them. So I don't necessarily. Let's not make necessarily it's about. I could ask this towards the end, but there's other questions that I want to ask here, which are like so I had, like I said, I saw this stuff as not being them, okay? And then I told you guys it was so funny, like that. Oh, he was gonna go in the meeting. Remember, he was gonna go in this meeting with the military, and they were gonna be like, "So, do you have evidence?" And it's like, "Oh, no, but you know." And that when I saw, I linked on the links that I posted before the reading. I linked the video of him speaking, and it looks exactly like kind of like how I had imagined. It's like, yeah, but he was really nervous, guys. I could see it. So I want to know, what was he thinking when he was speaking in that, making that, because it was like, to me, it was the sense that after he left, he was like, it's not going to happen. So he had to kind of change his stock. He was like, well, but we want to, we don't want to want war, but he was nervous. And then after that, the what is it called? There's the central command. There's a, what is it called? CENTCOM. It's called. So they released this statement saying that, literally, guys, I'm going to just read it, just a part here. It's very clear. We have no interest in engaging in a new conflict in the Middle East. We will defend our interests, but a war with Iran is not in our strategic interest, nor in best interest of the international community. So I don't think they could be more clear that they don't want this. And I'm not saying this. It's not that I feel like they have no reason to lie about it. Okay, I feel like I have a sense they're being honest here. Okay, and the fact that the guys, think about it. What could have happened? Generals or people, or other military people, could have come out in public and said, yes, we're here, whatever we need, there we are together. And this, they didn't. Not only did the military people not show up to this thing, they released this statement. Don't you think this is to me not normal? Okay, not that I know, like I said, not that I'm like, oh, specialist in military communication, no, but to me this just meant it, like, bitch, sit your ass down. Because the sense that I was getting, guys, and then there was this thing on Twitter and some articles that suggested, and I started, now I'm like reading military websites or whatever. They like, post this news with the information or whatever. So they were saying that there's a mess because it's clear that the military, there's an issue with communication. The Trump administration is trying to own the narrative. I feel like they were trying to strong arm the military into going a certain way. So didn't you think it's like a war is not something you're like, oh, let's just do it, I'll be right back. You can't. It's something that takes, could last decades. So you can't just be like, oh, I'll change my mind, see you later. No, it's very complicated. So you see what I'm saying? So I just feel like they were like, let's cool down. Okay. So but I want to know. What it was. And then the last thing here, I'm just telling you the questions because I'm thinking I'm gonna ask all about it at once. And then there was this news that the military is sending more troops. But then, guys, I was like, oh, they're saying more troops. But then, as I was, following these people, there have the military details. They said it's support troops. In other words, it's not the combatant. So it's not people who are gonna, attack. It's just more like, I didn't notice the face was red, but he was very uncomfortable, John. I didn't. He was just like very, I never get anything honest from him, but it's almost as if this is the first time I got something honest. Like the fear and the anxiety felt honest. Okay. So, and the other thing that Trump said, he was like, "Oh, this attack was minor." Why was he saying before? It's like, "No, Iran, they're so evil, X's, whatever evil." And then the attack was minor, which is it was a relatively minor. But why was he saying that? Because he probably knows that come on, he must have known. I'm 100, guys. I swear, I feel like he knew beforehand. Okay, so then the last thing I want to know here, just like, so Adam Schiff was the demo. It's true. Adam Schiff said then, no, we're sure it's Iran. He kind of was like weird for him to say, but I don't know. So let me just, this is, guys, I wanted to say the questions at once because it's all connected. Okay, so let's see first what happened. How was meeting? And they were saying also, the commentators, they were saying that it's very unusual because the Secretary of State is not supposed to go on military meetings. That's the job of the Secretary of Defense or something like that, right? So that they were like, what's very unusual, very strange. And then what happened? Because did you see how the military was? Because people in the military things were saying he's not in the chain of command. You're not in the chain of command. No, you're not. No, are you in chain of command? No. So, so you see what I'm saying? So I want to know. So what happened? How was meeting, huh? Why was Pompeo nervous? Let's do version. I want to know. Let's do. So what happened? Guys, okay, I feel like this is the thing. I see that he was there. He showed up at the meeting. He's like had these like written, like almost like a little paper note or something about, oh, he's like, hey guys, so let's do it, huh? Let's finalize the details. Okay. Yeah. So this is it, okay? So he's like, oh, let's finalize the details. So then he's like, kind of like, he was talking as if it's a done deal. It's a things are gonna happen. And like I said, exactly how I said it, but now different details. They bring out, have these pieces of paper, and they have several informations. And then from airfields, they have is this radar information and coordinates of different ships or boats or something. And they said that this is like they had the information of all, I think all the Iranian ships or something, or movements, and they said that there was a US something and there was also Israeli something. Basically, in some ways, they could see that whatever happened at night. They're like, we know how those things are. Those people, they just are like the policemen of the sea, like that. Their job is to pull stuff out all the, they do it all the time. It's not, it's almost like they're saying whoever picked up the bullet. It's a different situation because it's not like a body, but it's sort of like, if you find a body, that doesn't mean you're the murderer. Maybe it makes you look a little suspicious, but it's not. So they said that the thing happened and was placed at night or something. And the guys, I get this after I read the thing about the Japanese people, what they said, it was a flying object. I got this thing, it was like a Saudi drone, or there's some sort of drone. Flying thing is a drone, okay? What I think happened is they dropped something small on top to distract and to make it sound as if something had happened. Because I think that things happen at different times, or either that they were timed to explode at the same time, or that they were like, they did not want them to look down. They wanted them to look up. It's kind of like to distract them so that something happens at the same time. There's just something sense there. And then they were just giving Trump, not Trump, what's his name? Pompeo, this information that there is not, the information about the Iranian ships is not conclusive. It doesn't prove that they have done something wrong. And there were these weird ships. They were like American even, or Israeli, or there was just something else, like a small ship that was traveling at the time. They have the registry of different. I'm not. Was it not aircraft? How do you call a ship? There's a specific name for a ship. like a boat or ship or something. There's I have a name for it. There was one of those whatever vessels they call it. I guess vessel something traveling. They know they see the radars whatever was because they're saying that the radars here are very specific. They have this memory. Okay, almost like cell phone records type things. If you move, they know everything. Kind of like GPS for every vessel for every country, or it's somehow they have this information, and this is how they crisscross everything. And they were like, no, it's almost like what they showed, and it's telling me because I see so many crime shows. The crime shows. I don't know the name. It's not. I don't know. It's not cruiser. It's like they're not telling the thing that it says is not about the model of the thing that caused this. Is that it's every ship. Everything that goes that travels is one name for everything. So it's a vessel. Let's say a vessel. It could be a ship. It could be a boat. It could be something moving. Okay. So what I want to say is that they have the records, just like you have a cell phone. They're saying all these ships have GPS, okay, and that you can track those ships where they were, what time, okay, because it's also that they have a lot of it's a lot of import export over there, so they have to track those ships because there's pirates and stuff like that. So they need to know where they are every time. So also that area is heavily policed. There's a lot of radars over there because of all what I just said. So then it said that the whole thing, they don't have any conclusive evidence that it's the Iranians. A and B, they have these ships that could be American or Israeli or whatever. They can't account for it. Like, what were they doing there? I don't know. We don't know. And so it's kind of like they just give this information. It's guys, and what's so interesting to me is that it's mathematical information. It's not like we heard a conversation with It's like it's the kind of thing that you can't deny. It's like GPS, really. What are you going to say, that the GPS is wrong, that somebody changed the whatever? No, it's very mathematical. So it's like a map record of whoever traveled, whatever they traveled. And they see, guys, what is the latitude and longitude? They see the location of every ship and the thing they travel. So you can't say that, you can't make it up. You just can't. So it's kind of like there's you don't mess with math. Are you going to say it's not a story? You don't have a story for this. It's not mathematically possible. So it's like, oh, so you see what I'm saying? So even if it was like a hidden ship, it's like they're saying there's all these moving things that are not registered, but it's still, they can pick up the movements. Okay, they're saying it's very sophisticated, the thing. They can pick up metals and they can pick up things. So even if it's like they can't determine what it was, they can't determine there was movement. So they're like, no, it's just not, and why did you have, they know, they're not stupid, guys. They're not stupid. They have receipts. So have receipts here. So guys, okay, so the other thing I want to say, okay, yeah, there's a lot of data, guys. That's what I'm saying, guys. What it was is data-based information. It's not like then was Scott talking to another man. No, it's like data, and the data proves that no, stuff was not possible. So guys, and they tell him, they're like, no, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. They just tell him no. It's because, guys, it's true. They can't risk something that dangerous just because he made up some stuff. Think about it. And the other thing, I feel like either they were already planning to put people there, but also that they were going to do this new people to kind of like doesn't not make the president look bad. They're like, I know this is a very embarrassing incident for the president, but we're going to say that they were going to send people there. But no, this is not going to happen. So, because they're saying, guys, they're telling me here, oh my God, they're telling me, I don't know if Trump, I don't know what's going on in Afghanistan, guys. I feel like there's something going on in Afghanistan. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's got worse there, but they were saying there's something going on in Afghanistan now. It's worse. I don't know. It's like this. Didn't he say ISIS? ISIS is over. No, it's not over. That's right. We're going to remove. Didn't he say, Trump was like, oh, we're going to get out of Afghanistan, and the military is telling them, look, it's a shit show over there. Okay, it's a mess. We don't want to get into a situation like that again. It's very serious. Those people are not going to die. They're going to come, guys, because really and I was a long story. I have to tell you about this documentary I watched. I wrote about it even. It's very good, but it's like the stories of all these wars in the Middle East. The Iranians don't give up. So, it's going to be another Vietnam. Seriously, guys, they're never going to give up. And no, the U.S. is not going to win no matter what. Okay, so like it's ridiculous. They're telling him like, no, it's not going to work. And this guys, I don't know if they said it, but they're like, they know that Trump doesn't like the military, and they're trying to cut the VA. So, they're like, bitches, we know you're shit. Like, if it was a different president, they could have, it's not they could have bent for them, but it's like they don't trust him, guys. They feel like so disrespected that he's using this. Can you imagine the kind of person, guys, who's like that? Can you imagine a person who makes up stuff about not just say that Bush didn't do, not to say whatever, but it's sort of like, oh my God, he's making up stuff just for his bullshit, and he's a traitor. Like I think before, I feel like it wasn't like this. Even if they were bad, they would just at least wouldn't work. Because the other thing, they weren't working for the Saudis before this. I mean, Bush had a connection, relationship, but it wasn't the guys. Right now, it feels like the president. He's for sale, and he will work for whichever government. This is why. Oh, this is like the military. I think they talk this. They talk to themselves about it. They're like, look, we can't. We're not. We're people. The military is made up of people. If you change your mind about who your allies are in one day or another, millions of people are gonna die. Like they can't, they cannot do this. They cannot do this, guys. So, and by the way, so Jenny's talking about Iraq. Uh, okay, let me just finish this thing. So anyway, so this is what they were saying. They were saying this. Okay, and they're like, no, it's not gonna happen. So because guys, when they were talking to him in there, they were adamant, not it's not gonna happen. It wasn't even a conversation. They're like, this is the evidence. We can't do it. Nope. So, and they don't have, it's interesting. And the other thing that bothers Pompeo is that he does not treat it with like the kind of pomp and circumstance that he wanted, or because those people who are like have these jobs they don't deserve, or they're just traitors or whatever, right? They expect to be treated better so that the insecurity doesn't show. So the military doesn't, it's not like, oh, hello, Pompeo, do you need help? Like they're not bending over for him. They're just like, that's the truth. We work for the troops. We have to make sure they are okay, even in difficult, because it's so that when an actual 9/11 happens, we're prepared. Guys, think about it. Creating these distractions, and what now the Chinese, the Russia could do anything because, create a fake war here, so there's another one fake war here, there. And Trump is desperate because, like I said, the Saudis, they want the Saudis. That's all they care about. So it's a no, but it's no. So now I want to ask a question about what I saw. I saw that they were going to push him out the military. Is this true? Because it's still that he was not arrested. So what's going to happen to him next? Is he going to be arrested? Is he going to be? Guys, I kind of feel like they put so much pressure on him. They're like, no, you have to give us evidence. They don't let it go. There's something, this guys, and I feel like he's almost like have a heart attack or something. Can you imagine? Like it's like if you lie that much, it must be very stressful to keep up the facade. So I think he's very nervous. I feel like at some point he may collapse, he may get sick because it's very, very serious. He's lying like crazy. So I think this stuff is tight. He doesn't know it necessarily. He feels it, but it's gonna get tighter and tighter around him. It's not gonna work. I think they're laying out a trap for him too. So yeah, interesting. Just believe, yeah, please. Can you imagine? Just believe me. Send, 500,000 people to die. Don't worry, but don't just believe me. When guys, think about in their own kids. Their own kids. They don't send their own kids to the military. They just want other people to die. Like seriously. If guys, because think about it. If it was the case of like people who, if they're like, oh, willing to send their kids or had a military history, but people who have military history they're not that careless. Okay, I'm sorry, I don't think they are. Okay, because they've seen war with their eyes. They know the price. So oh, so this is it. Okay, so this is good, guys. Okay, good. Okay, wow. So okay, now okay. So now just quickly here then, Central Command, military Central Command sent a message on Iran saying we don't want wars. I think I know what it means, but okay, what does it mean? I think I know, but just confirmation. So what does it mean they sent that? They said that. They're like, no, bitch. We told him. It's interesting because they learned how Trump works. They're like, we told the motherfucker, but we're gonna put this information out without telling him, so that it's clear we have a record of what we said, because they're saying they are capable of distorting everything we said. So we're gonna put, every time you have a conversation with Leo, we're gonna put out our own thing because we don't trust him. Can you imagine? So bad, so bad. But they're like, they can't make us do these things. We have a duty to the country. They tell him, oh my God, this is ridiculous. But that's what they're like, no, we have a duty to the country, not you. That's not why we entered military service. It's not so you can feel bad about yourself. You bit you bullshit trash. Oh my god, can you imagine? Oh my god. Okay, okay. So okay now, so this is why they put it out. Okay, so I'm just gonna ask guys. Just I know it's not gonna happen, but I'm just gonna ask. Is there going to be a war with Iran? Is there going to be any more fire or anything? They're like, no. There's like some sort of like distant thing, not a ship missile. I don't know, something small, more to show, but nothing. They're going to be like, oh, oh, uh-huh, oh. And guy, it's telling me this too, guys. You know the thing that they said that Iran now is saying that they're going to want to do their nuclear thing. What it showed is that Iran is kind of laughing because they're like they know that the whole thing is the Saudis got upset when they got the nuclear deal and the Saudis they're competing with them. So they know that when they do this, they provoke Trump in a personal way, in a sense that they know that Trump is doing it to benefit the Saudis. So each time they say it, they know that the Trump's deal with the Saudis further down the line. So whatever they can do to undo the Saudi deal, they're going to do it. So that's kind of interesting, So they're kind of like they're messing with his head, kind of thing. So, oh, oh. So, interesting informations. And they're kind of guys, I feel like they may even be giving the military information. I told you, because they know, they're like, it wasn't us. They told them it wasn't us. And they're like, we do this to different ships. We pick up the thing, whatever. There was a hole. They say we have to police the area. If we see something, we have to try to do something. Because think about it, guys. It's not weird. Like, oh, there they are, like going on a ship. Like, what? If it really was them in the middle of the day, do you think they would be like doing that in the middle of the day? They would try to do it at night or something, Don't you think? The people there really they're gonna do it in the middle of your face like that? No, I don't think so. So okay, now, guys, I swear I see this image of MBS with a drone, with a remote control. Someone's like, oh, I don't think it was him necessarily who did it, but that was like he's like, oh, we have one, huh? So okay, now, guys, okay, so now let's ask about Adam Schiff. I'm not gonna do cards for this right now, but just want to know, ask those questions and then do the cards if we want to do. What the hell? Why did Adam Schiff say that it was definitely Iran? Why? It seemed kind of strange. Does he know that was something we don't know? I think he may have been briefed on something before, but I don't think he talked to the military either. I think what he was saying was like, well, there's a lot of circumstantial evidence or stuff that talks about it could be Iran, but he doesn't even. And this is guys, okay, I'll just say this. Okay, so I now wanted the cards for this because it is a really strange to me. Why did Adam Schiff say that? Why did Adam Schiff say the thing about Iran? He thought it was Iran. Interesting, because this is poverty, hardship, losing money. Now this is interesting because this could either be, guys. I talk about this card sometimes. Jared, the Trump's kids, or business partners ending here. Then we have isolation, love, the past, and then we have the crossroads, something multiple, or the election. So, okay, isolation, happy about isolation, something in the past, multiple, or election. Then we have here the people behind the scenes. This is a maid and this is a friend and offer. I kind of feel like there's two things here, guys. I feel like something about our allies, because we have the friend and then we have here the old lady, like this is like the business. I feel like there's it's almost as if he got some information about probably Jared dealing with these other, the allies gave him information about Jared, and that's part one. Now I feel like it's, does he really believe it? Because it's almost as if like he's happy here. The people behind the scenes have, either, spies, or they're telling him a lot of things. He feels like he knows a lot. He has information, that he received this information, but in that, in some ways, he is either, he's not pretending, but there's something happening behind, something happening behind the scenes here. Okay. And it's almost as if he doesn't want it to be discovered, or because you see here, the first, what is the first card? The coffin. The end of the business partners, they're losing their money and there's hardship. So it's kind of strange here, okay, that he would, that that's the background. And then here, isolation, he's happy with the allies, and either the options or the issues about the election, but then everybody's happy at the end. So it's kind of strange, you know what I mean? So why did he say that? Oh, interesting. I kind of feel like, it's so interesting. Also, he's saying that he's developed a relationship with the military also. So he does not want to be perceived as somebody who's anti, because normally they're saying, he's saying, well, normally Democrats are obviously anti-war. Is not that I don't like, it's not that I don't like the military. I just kind of want, it's not that I want to speak the language. He wants to trust. He doesn't want to be the guy who's like, he feels like he wants to challenge the Trump administration, not the military. So he feels like the last thing I want is to put out some sort of statement that looks as if I am challenging the military. So if they think he wasn't thinking too much, or he was not, like, he wants to maintain a facade, that goes, he does not want to raise any suspicions, okay, about this. Okay, okay, let me just ask this, because was he telling the truth? Does he really believe that, or was it a mistake? It's so interesting. I feel like I said, guys, he was like having a talking point. He was like, I don't have much of an opinion about this. I don't know exactly the details, but I don't want to have say something that is at odds with other things. I don't want to, that's not my thing. I don't want to, I'm not a, so he kind of just, did he have an agenda? He does not want to appear. I feel like he knows there's like all these investigations going on, guys, about Jared. Oh my God, Jared in Saudi Arabia. I'm getting this information. So it's like, if they think that he thinks that, then it's better, because they don't want the demo. How do I say it, guys? I kind of feel like he may have been alert. I don't know. Let me just ask this, guys. I want to know this. This connects actually to something that wasn't even listed, but it actually that's where it leads to. And by the way, feel free to go if you want to go. And I know it's super long now because there's so many events, but this is what I want to know. Was he alerted? This is the sense that I was telling you. Now has some sort of relationship with the military, or he's been briefed or something. Okay. So, but I want to know, does he have a relationship? Has the military, high level military, like the Joint Chiefs or something, told Nancy, and Nancy told him about the stuff, the suspicions, and do they have? Because, guys, I forgot which one of you had said that a while back I did a reading. Okay, a while back I did a reading on. It was like, oh, there was a flight to, remember when Nancy Pelosi was going to NATO? Do you remember the story? And then Trump either tagged along or prevented her from going. And that's when I saw that she was talking to somebody from the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and they had this information, they had this conversation, quick conversation, and it was kind of about that. But I want to know, does he know anything about this? Does he know that it could happen? Has the military already been thinking about it? What's going on here? Guys, I see that I think he has security clearance, okay, and it's saying that they were like, there was this like written things, and they said something code red. I don't know, there's something like a code red or a code something is being alerted. I don't know, it's not a code red. It's sort of like in the papers themselves. It's almost as if like there's and I'm getting goosebumps. I don't know what it is, but it's almost as if some subjects in these documents, you don't have to say, it's not about what they are, but the gravity or the seriousness. And some of them are like they're saying code red. There's something called code red, they're saying. So several elements of these, some things in the Mueller report are code red. And there's like ongoing investigations, like they're saying they're showing binoculars. In other words, some people are being observed. I think it's Jared, is maybe Trump too. I don't know who, but it's so top secret that they can't even, it's almost like it's kind of like a category of events or something like that. So they know that there's a code red situation. They are not even told of like what it is exactly or who the target is or something, but they know that there is something. So they have been, I think some members of Congress, maybe even I don't know who, they are trained when they get into these committees to know these certain things, and when they are told, they know it. So it's sort of like they're trained to do certain things, and I feel like he knows that he has to kind of say what the military is saying. Like not that it's not that he can't go against the military, but it's almost like it's a national security issue, and they have to kind of like let the intel agencies or the national security something like tell them how, it's sort of, guys, it's telling me something about 9/11. It's saying like after 9/11 or around 9/11, they had these procedures, like what if there's these terrorist attacks, like what happens to Congress, what if the people die, what they made all these plans, they thought of everything, and they train all the people in I think all of them or most of them or something like that if something happens. So that's what it is. It's like there's a training that goes on, and they have been alerted. It's sort of like cold red is in the air. It's something like the way they're told is like not. It's not like it's almost like there's nothing even written in the documents. They may be written, but the alerts are verbal. Like they talk to each other, and it's a code. It's something like that. So they know that this thing could happen, but they've been trained and as how to act. Okay, so, but it's like they're saying it's a very different, it's a different, how to say, a different way of moving or different way of being when they feel like when the country is quote unquote under attack versus like these investigations of Mueller is very different. So that's the place where he was operating from. Okay. He does not want to challenge the military. And he doesn't have, I mean, what does he know about the military even, right? He doesn't know anything. I do very little. Like I don't know. Maybe he does, but I don't think he has experience, right? He's not the person who's like, tell me about, the coordinates or whatever. He's not doesn't have a military background, I don't think. So interesting. And I feel like the military people kind of like him. He's a little too introverted almost for them sometimes, but I feel like they kind of, oh, I get that guy. He's okay, stuff like that. They like Nancy. They know Nancy for a long times. So they like it, and the military see them talking to each other like high level. They're like, I know, honestly, I don't really care too much about the politician. All I care about is my troops. So I care about whoever treats my troops, right. And the ones that don't, I don't have a time for them. I don't trust them. I don't care. So interesting, no? Interesting. So wow, guys, isn't that crazy? Okay. So now, wow. Yeah. So I think we answered the questions. Okay, answer the questions about this whole Iran. Anything else, guys, about this? Is there going to be a war? No. Is there? I mean, just ask again. Okay. I know that I don't think there will be, but just in case, is there going to be a war? Oh, look, guys, how interesting! Look at the ship. Right, they're moving away, trying to move on. Weak. Interesting. Interesting for Americans. That's right. Oh, so interesting, guys. So you see there's somebody at sea, they're trying to move on like this, they try to move on, it's weakened, strength is also weakened, and then there's the burdens coming out, so there's information coming out, so they're weak, in other words, no, the momentum is not there, I don't think. Oh, look, guys, the enemy exposure of the enemy. Oh my god, again, guys, the cat card, look, truth comes out, yeah, truth coming out. Oh, look, look, the person receives a letter crying. Oh, no. So you see, the enemy is exposed. The truth comes out in a letter, and the letter tells the truth. This is oh, I love this. Is so speedy. It appeared earlier. So it's they're longing for something, but it's like this. Reality hits. Oh my God, look, permanent ending. Sorry for Rayon. They wanted, but it's true. It's over. Guys, this is the letterato again. If this is again, guys, goes back to this idea that there's information going to come out, probably in written form, about the truth that they wanted to create this fake war, and they're not going to be able to do it. That's my sense. So, fine. This is longing and final ending because the information is really terrible. The man. Oh, there's a man here. Really? Who's a man? Power is the government, or could be law. I kind of don't you think this guy looks like Jared? Much better looking, but kind of like Jared. There's Jared. A lot of money. That's why it could be the Saudi deal. Government, a lot of money. Oh, the loyalists. So See, so I feel like this. I do think it could be Jared and his deal with the money. The tower could also be the 666. So it has all to do with them getting money, guys. Money comes to an end because the information comes out, and it's basically once they know it's all about this deal with the Saudis. I think they can't. Are they gonna what are they gonna do? They're gonna say, oh no, but uh no, we should go anyway. I'm gonna make $2 billion, but it's because I'm special. Yeah, I'm very special. That's okay. Not everybody's as special as me, but I am special. So you see, it's like it's just awkward. You know what I mean? So they're like, yeah. And the military is like, guys, and I see that this information comes out, and they still have meetings. Even the information comes out, and they still have scheduled meetings in the military. Jared may even go to the Pentagon. He's like sits there like, and they're looking at him like, bitch, we knew the information that you got all this money. It's like get away, and they have this gust for him, guys. Those guys, there's somebody there who went in Vietnam. Like they suffered, a lot for this sick person to be out there doing these terrible things. So they're still like, oh no, they just kind of like I act like it doesn't matter. Okay. Oh my God. So that's a no. I don't think it's gonna be a war. No. Just confirmation. Wow, guys. Like I said, please don't feel like you have to stay. Okay. I'm just gonna honestly, guys, I'm very connected to you guys. Sometimes I'm like, I told you, this stuff consumes me. And I was thinking, like, it's true that these longer readings, I feel like it's a little bit more the day after. I'm kind of, it's like a lot to process. It takes something, but I think it's so important. I do believe this is a time we're going through that is very important. There's no way around it, and I think we're going to, see that it all makes it's good. In the end, it's like because I feel so. You see, I'm so animated, even though it's long. It feels like it has to, I have I have to say it. We have to like come out. You know what I mean? There has to be a connection here. I am supposed to be doing this. I think, even though sometimes like, oh, but I want to do this now. But I feel like this pulls me. It really right now is a very important time. It really is. The next until Trashona lives or whatever, leaves. Right? It's like we need to know because it's so, guys, and think about it. Even the best people, even us, like we believe some of it. Even, you know what I mean? It's like, even it's like, how do we know? How do we know? It's so crazy that he lies. These people lie constantly. They don't care about anything, but it's like nobody's used to this. So we have to, like figure out everything that's happening because there's so much going on. Oh my God. Okay. So now let me go. Let me go here to the back to the question. Okay. So now I have actually very interesting questions. We already talked about the immigration stuff. Okay. Um, Now I talked about already the Cyrus Vance, and then now I have some interesting but kind of offish, but I think could be interesting. I want to know also. Oh, let's ask the thing about the power grid. So as you know, the news came out about the power grid, and Trump was like, "Those people are traitors." Rachel Maddow was saying, "So they're traitors. People who did that. I need to know. I need to know." He said, "I need to know the sources." In other words, guys, don't you think is the Russians are like, tell us who it is, right? So tell us who it is, yeah. Jen, that's about G20 another time, Jen, because I feel like we're in the middle of like this craziness. There's so much going on, you know, like not necessarily. And when we ask about many countries, it's like we just need to, it has to be very organized how we ask the question. Otherwise it gets, dissipates. And like I wanted to say also, guys, when you have questions, the best thing to do is to put it at the bottom of the comment section, because I get messages, I forget. I get other messages, so it gets buried on my emails, and then it's like if you send me by email or other message, I kind of it's not that I forget. When I get it, I try to put it on my document, okay, but sometimes I can't. But the best way, like I said, the best way is to put it right there, because it's hard to even remember, after it's like so much information. So anyway, now let's go here to the thing about the power grid. So two questions about the power grid. So he wanted to know the sources, like why. We know why he's so angry, but I'd be interesting to see what the cards say. Why? Oh, why so angry? Why is he angry? So that's part one. The question. The second part is, why did this story come out now? Okay, why is this story come out now? Because I don't know that, because the article said we've been working on it for 3 months. But don't you think it's kind of interesting that it comes out just now? Don't you think? Maybe I wonder. They have these articles that they just drop at certain times. I don't know, right? So let me just start with, like, why did the article drop now? Was it a coordinated thing? Okay. What is that? Like what happened? Oh guys, factions. Why did they, why did the article drop now? Oh, create the ending. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Oh bitches. Bitches. Messing with the military? I don't think so, bitch. No. 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 I don't think so, bitch. No. 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 Because guys, look at this. This is amazing. So this is a card of faction. This is interesting. Once I read about this card, it said this is a card of competition, right? But once it's upside down, it means it's after the competition is over. Usually you have these factions. It's like, the teams have already broken up, and like not, it's not winners and losers, but it's sort of like, for example, the Middle East is very much like this, factions. So there's factions, and this is an end of death. Obviously, like this is creating an ending, and the tower is shaking up everything. It's kind of great. When it's upside down, it means we're creating a shake-up here to create an ending. We decided that it's almost like he fought with the military. The military is like, really, bitch, we're gonna end this bullshit. Because think about it, I could be wrong, okay? I could be wrong, but like, but what I was gonna say, I could be wrong, but like, I don't think the military people can be saying too many things like this, giving all this information, right? I don't think it's a very okay thing. They have to get information, get permission from the higher levels, right? Because the military is much more like, very much like that. You can't just like do your thing. You have to all work together and a lot of things. So they were like, bitch, you gonna fuck with us? I don't think so. Sit your ass down, bitch. Sit your ass down. Oh yeah? Who the hell's information? So, so interesting. So interesting, right? So, it's interesting because the whole thing with the power grid, right? It's like it is definitely like a tower, power tower thing. Okay. So, okay, let's see here. Oh, interest. Oh my god, look, this is something going on a long time. Like this is break from something that has been going on for a long time. So they want oh look, this is lack of experience is also the girls, but I feel like, guys, to me, this is like he's an idiot. Doesn't have any experience. He's like putting us through these really embarrassing things. We want him to leave. It's over. We're done. This is facade. So it's interesting. They want to shake up to show the what's beneath the facade. Okay, so oh look, oh wow, guys, again, I told you this is so strange when this happens. The same card again, exposing what is underneath. That's right, exactly, guys. They're exposing. Oh look, this is also, oh, interesting. This card is very interesting because it talks about something not serious. And so in a way, it actually does. It also talks about transmission, like butterflies, but in this case, it makes perfect sense because when cards. I mean, this is more tarot than Sibylla, but usually when cards are upside down, it's a warning. So what is the warning here? They're not taking the threats seriously, right? So we have to look beneath the surface because the threats are not being taken seriously. It's true. Well, look, guys, this is a great card because it's a card of timing. When this card comes up, it means something's coming really soon, and it's like this. It usually means something unexpected. So it's either they could say that something. It's either could be that like the events that could happen are not expected, or that they did it in a way that would not raise suspicions. In other words, that he would not they would be unexpected to Trump, that he would not, think about there was going. Oh, look, sun is good because it's exposure of something. Oh, look, oh my God, guys, look, anchor. Look, to me, it's very much the Navy, right? The anchor is stability, but it's also the Navy, right? Don't you think? Don't you think? I think so. The gentleman, the older man. Okay, I don't know who it is, but oh, mice. That's right. Losses, theft, corruption. So exposing long-term corruption or Navy, so, or like, you know what I mean? He's trying, guys. Oh, that's right. Remember how I was telling you, he's trying to insert all these people into, the Navy. So it's like, really, bits? We know this information. We know it. So it's sort of like they're saying, yeah, we're giving him the information that we have it. We have information. We know a lot of things. So he's kind of like, what? Because the guys, they all think like they're all like, I'm so smart. I'm so smart. I'm doing all these things. But the message that gets to Trump is that he's being observed. He doesn't like it. He needs to know who. Because he's a horrible person. So he's like, who? Who knows this? That's why he wanted to know right away, who is it? What is it? And guys, he's having people in the White House call the cyber command. I don't know who was it? Who made the decision? Who would? He's very threatening. He's a very awful person. He's angry, very angry. He's yelling on the phone. I'm gonna, I'm gonna finish you off. I'm gonna kill you, whatever. But guys, it's interesting because the people in the military, it's so interesting. I don't know, guys, I learned so much ever since I've been doing these videos because I learn about things from people, the visions, people that I would never meet in real life, very different from me. But everybody has their own codes. Everybody thinks differently. So I'm understanding here that the people in the military, in a weird way, they're not afraid because they have their friends, their not partners, how do you call it? Their team. No, what is it? The troops. So it's like if you're under threat, there's other people that could like have your back. So that's cool because it's like, oh bitch, oh yeah, are you sure? Are you threatening me? Battalion 3-4, da 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 da. You know what I mean? Like, oh, have platoons. That's right. They're like, bitch, are you sure you want to go there? Oh, good luck, huh? It's like, so it's a very different. If Trump doesn't, it's so interesting. He doesn't know what to do with the military because it has to do with discipline and also partnership, cooperation. To him, he thinks of the military as aggression, like, yeah, I'm just gonna kill people, whatever. But no, to them, it's like we only accomplish things because we are cohesive and we're connected. And it's like, so they're not really afraid. He could yell, be like, bitch, I was in Iraq. I saw people, with their noses cut off every day on the bodies, whatever. I don't care about your bullshit. Like, so, so, okay. So guys, okay. Now let's see here, the information. So the question, guys, I don't know what the question was. Oh, sorry. Why was it released? Why did they say it now? Right? Why did they say it? They said it because of this, right? Because they want to shake it up. They want to show that they know. They want to start shaking up the information. Because, guys, the other thing, it's very interesting. You know how Trump, he was able to get away with all this shit. Nobody was doing, we thought that nobody's, where's everybody, right? Are these people doing something against him or doing anything at all? And no, but no, the reality is they are doing things. They are doing, they are doing. you know so like they are, they're kind of like they already are doing things again. It's not against him, is that they decided that it's about protecting the country. They've realized that he cannot be trusted for several, not just because of the treason, but because he's not a serious person. Ultimately, he doesn't get it. Okay, he doesn't get it. He doesn't get the people. He doesn't, first of all, he doesn't care about humans, doesn't care about anybody, right? And then he doesn't understand, because it's saying here that even though there's an idea of a military, the reality is that they're saying here, in order for military operations to be accomplished, you have to know it's very complicated. And the military say the military zone is not like, oh, it's always complicated, it's always difficult and all these things. So it's like, no, we don't want another situation like this. Oh guys, and the other thing I have to tell you, this is very interesting too. So let's see. I just want to make sure if I answered the question here about this. So no, I think we have interesting to see here. Yeah, they're like, I don't care. They're saying, yeah, we don't care about it. They're monitoring, guys. I remember there was. It reminds me. I don't know when I did this reading, a long time ago, about how the military was really worried already for a while. They've been worried. Oh my God, there's all these events, there are attacks, or they're monitoring all these things. They know that the country is kind of under attack, but they can't share that with a person. Can you imagine? Because I told you, oh, this is right. Remember I was telling you, they try to tell him. He's like, oh, whatever. You have to be more positive. You have to be more whatever. No, don't worry about it. You're imagining things. Remember? He's like, no, you're imagining things. Don't worry about it. Like they're like, no, this guy, he doesn't care. He doesn't listen. We tell him, we show him, he doesn't care. He doesn't want. So we're going to do our thing. So they're kind of like, what shows is that they're very stressed because of everything's going on. At the same time, they have to, but so they ignore him. That's what they do. They ignore him. They don't tell him anything. They're like, this guy. It's sort of, they're saying there. I feel like there's some sort of military expression. They're saying when you have a soldier in your platoon that doesn't do it, he's just like, he's not dead, but he's kind of like, his high test. So he's like, he's just like, how do I say it? It's like they know that there's a person who's in your platoon but doesn't do anything, or like you can't count on him, or like he's just a dangerous. And at the same time, they say that he's a kind of dangerous person because there he is, and he doesn't do anything. So that's that. Now I wanted to talk about this documentary, guys. So I wrote, it's so interesting. Like I had this reading, I think it was the last one, guys. It feels like I do one of these long readings and it feels like a week passed, but it's just a day or two or something. So there was one reading recently that the thing about Iran, guys. Okay, So like the thing about Iran, I told you guys, I had this. So I talked about the thing that Iran is, does not want wars or whatever, and I was like, whoa, that was crazy. But I wrote up a newsletter. I'm gonna post soon, and then I was like, oh my god, people are gonna think that I'm like love Iran or something. But it was very interesting. It was very interesting. Things I want to tell you about this that I saw, guys. I just gonna tell you the experience because it connects to the things I'm gonna say. I feel like it's relevant to what we're. Maybe this is why I want to talk about it, and I'm posting the newsletter soon. But so so when I saw the thing about Iran, I asked about it and I closed my eyes. I saw that there was these men. They were older men. They're like it would look like a some sort of elder group or something. That they came. They were like almost like philosophers. They thought about the things to do. They're like, like they thought about the decisions, and then they would kind of each separately think about it. Then they come together, and then they tell the president there what it is that they recommend the situation, because from my perspective they it looked like they were thinking really far ahead, and they're like, we don't want the aggression, we can't afford it now, that's not, whatever. And that's the opposite of how I thought of Iran, like, oh, Iran is kind of crazy, be careful, whatever, right? So like it was really interesting because I saw, guys, and this is so weird, the weirdest thing, that's what I was telling you, it was so interesting how you people that you never like. So I saw that these people, this is so crazy, I have to tell you this. So there's those men who are like these elderly, like I think they're clerics or whatever you call them. They do visions. They have visions. Isn't that interesting? Because I had noticed that they have this thing about the future, even though we think, I think of them in some ways as very old fashioned. There's some, they have this mystical thing where they kind of like, I don't explain it. It's like they have visions. It's not like a meditation, but it's sort of like I was telling you guys, they close their eyes, they see things. I was like, oh, I do visions. Uh-huh. But if I go there, of course I'm killed. I'm whipped 100 times, just for like not wearing a, seriously. So, no, but I'm not you. No, I'm not gonna do that. But it was so interesting, guys, because it made me feel like they're human too, and that they felt like they're almost like monks. They're very austere. They read these texts and they're like, thinking about these things, and they make recommendations. And to us, like they're very scary, to be honest, and especially for women. It's like, no, if you do this, you get, whipped or cut your arm. Well, I don't know what they do, stuff like that. It's kind of scary, right? They could arrest people for nothing and stuff like that. But anyway, but like just seeing that was really kind of very revealing, because I feel like when we think of time and when we think of values, like um those people, they're obviously not as rich as the US, but they have the strength of Iran is the values. Is because they're able to like make do with so little, that it's sort of like Vietnam, how it was, the Vietnam War, like they didn't have much, but they were like, they had resolve and they had the motivation. And that's what I saw they have, and I'm like getting goosebumps. Is that the long game, exactly, guys? And it made me, and I'll tell you this, it's not people like, I hope it's not like, horrible thing to say, but I respect them, honestly, because I was like, oh, they have a truthfulness to their beliefs. They're not doing it like they're not like the evangelical Christian. They're like those guys were like, they had a simple lives and they pray and they believe the way they see things, and they have this mystical. It looked to me like a mystical thing. So then this was the vision. And I was like, wow, I was thinking about it because I was like, oh my god, they do visions. Hello, are you Iranian cleric? I need a vision. Can I have conversations? No, no, but like, you could call him if you like, whatever. You could maybe call him for a vision, little vision. So, so anyway, but I wanted to say this. Then I looked it up and I was like, oh, it's so interesting because it was so clear that it was in the government. So there is something, guys. It exists. So that I was like, oh my god, it's so creepy. It's so weird because there is something. It said it's called the Guardian. What is it? The Council of Guardians. It's called, and it's a group made up of 12 people. 6 of them are theologians and 6 are like about Islamic law. I don't know, something like that. But it said that it's very influential over there and nothing is done without them in the Iranian government. Isn't that interesting? I was like, whoa, I have skills. I have it. How could I, guys? And I was like, good, because how could you know these things? It's so crazy. How could I know these things? No way. There's no way I could have, and even if I have ever read about it, I would have forgotten about it. And I would have probably just thought, well, like some crazy guy. But seeing the way they think, and the other thing I saw it was that they think they read a lot of philosophy and they also have the religious thing. So it's a very interesting way. It's almost the way they think is shaped by this kind of like repetitive religious uh practice or something. It's very interesting. I was like, wow, so isn't that to realize that it actually exists like that? Isn't that crazy? I was like, whoa, very, very interesting. So I wrote about it. I was like, I said, it's not that I'm like here, pro Iran, like, writing Ryan propaganda. I know it's, It's not as if like it's not as if, how do you say it? It's not as if I don't know what they, what 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 they could do if you don't go with them, whatever. But like I'm just saying, I respect them, honestly, guys. So anyway, so then the documentary. So now sorry, I'm telling you because I feel like I want to say it's very interesting. So as I was, as I had I had this vision, I was like, wow, how interesting. I had no idea. So I was like, oh, let me find out more. Somehow I found this documentary on PBS, and now I have a membership or something. It's like $5 a month, or I don't know, maybe it's online. You could watch it. I'm going to link it on the newsletter. You can watch it. So anyways, it's called Bitter Rivals: Iran versus Saudi Arabia, and it explained everything, guys. I was like, whoa, I knew nothing about the Middle East. It's crazy. It's crazy how little we know, and how the documentary, guys. Maybe you guys are a little bit older. You've seen the history happen, but I was like, whoa, it explained everything, like why the U.S. was, has been an ally of Saudi Arabia all this time, why Iran and the U.S. are such terrible, enemies for so long, why the whole thing. I knew the thing about ISIS, how the US had sort of like somehow financed ISIS a little bit to fight the Hezbollah. It's very complicated, all these different factions. But now I was like, wow, I get it. I get it. You know, I get it. And I was like, it was so interesting, guys. Then seeing, guys, I tell you this, and then the whole thing, I'm admitting my ignorance. Okay. So I had no idea that Saddam Hussein, because I was young, whatever, I barely remember that the US used Saddam Hussein first and then they got rid of him. I was like, whoa, not that I'm like, oh, Saddam Hussein is my friend. Don't do it to him. No, not that. But I was like, what? That's crazy. Like, I don't know. To me, guys, it was like such a clown show. You realize the effects of the wars. That's what I was want to say. The effects of the wars, it doesn't go away. You have to be very careful. That's why I was like, it cannot go like this, because the effects of the war, those people that suffer, they never forget you. They want to get rid of you. Seriously. So that you feed into it, and first of all, the whole thing was Saddam. I was like, what? That was ridiculous. I was like, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. And then the thing about ISIS, they're like, oh, we'll hate ISIS. We'll hate ISIS. But then the ISIS comes from the whole thing with Saddam Hussein, the Sunni and the whatever. So it made a lot of sense. Even Syria, I understood better. And like, it's like, whoa, it's ridiculous. Like you're like, and then you got rid of the guy like this. Like what? And they don't listen, guys. The saddest thing to read all of it, Yeah, exactly, guys. This is it. The thing, this is, guys, I was telling you, oh my God, I gotta Google. You know what? Remember, I have to make public the thing about the Saudi Arabia, that it showed the thing about George Nader. And now the documentary explained everything to me. Of course, George Nader is connected to the Saudis and the UAE, and the oil in the US, the oil business in the US is very connected to the Saudis. They depend on each other, of course. And the other thing I want to say that I learned too, that was fascinating, and this is the thing that also made me respect the Iranians. That was very sad and scary, but it was like that when in this war they had a, what's it called, the Iran-Iraq war. Um, there was chemical weapons against the Iranians, and they had these children, guys. They had children soldiers. They had nothing, so they sent these boys of 12 years old, little kid, like kids, 10 even. As they said, there was even 10. They look very young, so and it's so sad. So they would go in front. They would send them in front. God, made me want to cry. Oh my God. And it's like I want peace, guys. This is the thing. I was telling you, thank God that it's not like, oh, I'm like friends with Iran, but like I just seen these things, from the perspective, their perspective, and then seeing these images, that they were like, they send these kids, and then they said they would tell them like they had keys, because the prophet was gonna get, receive them. So they would go into these fields. Oh my God, so sad. They would go into these fields, guys, with all this like, and they survived. That's the thing, because they were able to have the really, the mental thing with them. They survived and they won the war. Even when Saddam Hussein had the weapons, the chemical weapons, they had all these chemicals, so they like, died like this randomly. It was the chemical weapons. But I was like, wow, they had, because they had nothing, so they had this belief. They were like, there's something bigger. We have to protect our culture. We have to do a thing. So I respect them. Honestly, guys, I get it. I get it. I'm not saying that is, that you can't, that they're gonna, you just let them be or whatever, that I would be happy that they're living there or anything. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I respect them. That being in those countries like that is very tough, because left and right, guys, left and right, there's like these crazy wars out of nowhere. Like suddenly it pops like that, and like it's like government changes and everything. And this is what it was, guys, that it was like this. That's why I was telling you the thing about the impeachment with the Nancy Pelosi, why stability is so important, and like, and I'm like, when I go crying here, no, but like really, guys, it was so moving. And like those kids, they don't, it's not worth it. They don't deserve it. I'm not sad. It's just like it's so think about it. Like they don't know. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that they weren't forced or anything to go, but like because they had to defend. There was nothing they could do. They would all have died. But like, but it shouldn't be able for what? For money? Like that's not worth it. It's not worth it. And like it's not that I just wish, guys, for peace. That we can respect different lives. If they want to wear the thing, whatever, let them. Whatever, let them be. And like, and they're different, but they're human too. And I was like, I told you guys, when I saw how they pray, and they're very serious, they're scholars. That's what it is. They're scholars over there. I respect them. And it doesn't mean that I want to be like, oh, I want to move there or anything. It just means like you have, I was thinking, guys, I'm a very undiplomatic person by nature. I'm very direct. I'm not diplomatic. I can't hide things or whatever. But I realized after I started doing these readings and I see these things, it's like you realize that diplomacy, that's what diplomacy is empathy. Is really like understanding why people do certain things and what they believe in and what motivates them. And so that you can understand what they, you know what I mean? Like we can live together because nobody wins, guys. Nobody wins, you know, and like the weakest people are paying, always everywhere. And like, I don't know. Sorry, I went a rant, but I was like emotional. I'm sorry, guys. I go off on some rants. So, so anyway, so I feel bad. Is it okay? I'm sorry. I'm like very emotional about it. So anyway, so so that's it. So I want to say this, guys. Because this relates. So anyway, so I'm gonna send you the newsletter. I hope, because I was like, oh my god, people are gonna be like scared. That suddenly I'm like, imagine I have a shadow. I'm like, hello, this is Rosie. You don't just see my little eye like this. Hello, I converted. No, I'm not. But like, but like, but like, wow. Barb is because, oh, by the way, Barb A, aren't you? I thought you were in New Zealand. Is that correct? Barb A, for some reason I feel like you're in New Zealand. Right? We were taught to look at both sides, especially when USA went to war. Even when I was supporting USA with troops, we knew the two sides of the story. It's like, guys, this is it. And I feel like and it's not, it's like I saw it, and I have to say, honestly, it's gonna sound, I hope, it's not illegal, whatever, to say it, but I just feel like seeing those people there, the guardians or whatever, like honestly, they feel like there's a sincerity about them that I'm sorry I don't feel about Trump. Okay. I felt like even though they're crazy, they like, we could be whipped or whatever, and it's a very violent or whatever in their way. I did not believe it was not like Trump. There was about like, you know, rapes and like disrespecting people constantly every day. Like it's so, I'm not saying, you know what I mean? Guys, what I was saying is it's sort of like it's wrong, it's just like you have to respect people. Basic, you know what I mean? That's not very much to ask. Oh, and the last thing I wanted to say about this documentary, guys, that I was kind of shocked is that, and this goes back to Shanahan, okay, is that they said the guy Paul Bremer. I don't remember that what was happening at the time. Maybe you remember this, but the guy of that when the U.S. went into Iraq, they sent this guy who had an MBA. The guy had an MBA, had no experience in the Middle East, did not speak Arabic. It's like unbelievable. You're gonna send a person who has no idea about anything and like such a complicated situation there, and you just send it, of course. And that's the thing. Same thing with the guy Shanahan. They send these MBA people who have no, I mean, and to no fault of their own, they're just not the people that you should put in these jobs because it's complicated. And that's it. And they're like, oh, what happened? Iraq is a mess. Of course it is, because nobody knows humanity. You know what I mean? Like you can't. It's unbelievable. So anyway, so that's how that connects to the whole thing with a. It's very sad. Anyway, so one second here. And then I watched this documentary, guys, also by PBS. It's this guy who lives in Iran, is a journalist, and he it's very interesting, the day-to-day lives. And they do have people who are what is it called? Um oh my god, what is it called? Yeah, they do have the people that are like Death to America. They celebrate, by the way, every year they celebrate the what is it, the thing, the hostage crisis. They said they consider that to be, that's when we won and everything, the enemy, we pushed the Americans out or whatever. So it's very interesting, but don't get like, right. So, oh my God, Jones saying he spoke money. That's why, guys, all the oil thing. I just was like shocking. It was shocking because, oh yes. See you later, Jade. Oh, sorry, guys. 3 hours now. I have no, yeah, but it's nice. I honestly, guys, I get so much out of our conversations. I have it. So anyway, so it was just like, I don't know. It's really scary. It's really scary how, in a situation that is so volatile, how it is over there, you send this guy that has nothing to do with anything. He doesn't get anything. Not that he had to get, because he was not trained. He's not. That's not his persona. But you need to have a gifted diplomat. Rosa, I'm Rosa. I'm going to organize. Hello, Jared Kushner. I'm going to organize. I have a portfolio. I have a portfolio. No, no, not me. But I know what I'm talking about. Somebody who is more trained to, or knows, or speaks the language or something. It's not like, oh, yeah, I just graduated from Harvard Business School. I'm gonna go over there. Like, oh my God. So anyway, so now I'll go back to question. Now I said everything, all the informations I want to say. So this is it. Now there's more interesting stories here. A couple of actually pretty interesting stories. And guys, by the way, I had listed the thing about the questions about what happens next, because, and I'm not gonna do it today just because I wanted to know, guys. I was like, oh my God, what if, I was gonna say, yeah, what if oh my God, sorry, I don't feel concentrated. Oh yeah, that's right. Because I wanted to know, double check. I was like, oh, what if the Iran thing is not gonna happen? But I feel like now I have a sense that I'm correct. Still, that it was not Iran. That the thing is not gonna happen. But next time we're still gonna have more details. But there's all this stuff exploding today, and this is why. Jeanette's saying here, because the U.S. holds business as a penultimate in knowledge. That's right. And this is like, this is what I understood, guys. There's so much more different kinds of knowledge out there. And this is how, I feel like from their perspective, I was talking about the Iranian clerks or whatever, they think about lasting centuries. They don't think like, oh, I need to have a car tomorrow that I can throw away. It's like, no, we need to it's about lasting things, about things that are stable. So because there's so much instability, I guess, there too, we take for granted things here somehow. So anyway, but now I wanted to say, now the two different questions that I want to ask that are very unrelated to this. First is about Robert Mercer. I was like, oh, this is so interesting. So I linked, it's on the Patreon thing. It's an article about Robert Mercer and why they have disappeared. Because apparently Robert Mercer is not giving very much money, and he's very disappointed at Trump, or what happened with Trump. He was exposed and he was like this and like that. So he's not around. Nobody sees them. They don't give money and all those things. And I thought several things. I thought, oh, I'm sure they are under investigation, A, and then B, to me, is the under investigation. And why are they talking to the newspapers? I almost feel like they want to kind of like, guys, as I told you, I think there's a thing with Cambridge Analytica going on right now. There's huge investigations. So they're trying to like separate themselves from Trump if they can, because the thing is going to blow up, and they're going to try to play the, oh, I don't know. No, I don't know. So I want to know, because guys, let's get real. Robert Mercer is one of the big people here. It's almost more than Trump. Like, without him, without Cambridge Analytica, I don't know that this election would have happened. He holds the key to many things, and not just money. And the other thing, guys, I had one time ago, a long time ago, I think it was, I did a reading on him and how he made his money. So the thing about him is that now he was pushed out of his hedge fund. Okay, so he had his hedge fund, and this hedge fund, it's a complicated thing to explain, but it's like there's a form of trading that is fast, and what happened is like how they made the money. There's something called short gains tax, and they never pay this tax, but it has to do with how the trading operates. So he owes $7 billion, $7 billion to the IRS. Okay, well, my suspicion, guys, is that, and the thing that why I'm suspicious is because the just like Madoff, okay, he has two. There's two books basically on the hedge fund. There's a hedge fund that he has clients that are open, and there's a part of the hedge fund that makes quote unquote 40% a year, which is a number that is almost impossible. It's almost mathematically impossible to make so much money every year. Okay. And that's what happened with, oh, Madoff. He gives 20% returns every year. Like, yeah, because he was a fraud. It's almost, you can't play numbers. Like, it's really, I think it's you can't do it. So anyway, so then the part of the fund that makes most money is only for the employees of the hedge fund. So that's why I'm like, dudes, this is money laundering. It cannot be that you make 40% returns. That's not right. That's strange to me. What are you doing? Like, playing 40%, like you double, that's like almost double. Like, think about it. It's kind of like very strange to me. I'm like, no, this is not normal because it's private. That's why, nobody has access to how he makes his numbers. And now it's like, oh, I didn't like now they have too much scrutiny. Why? Because to me, his money, laundry money. So this was like, it was kind of interesting to me. So how a lot of people were saying, oh, where's Robert Mercer? Nobody hears about Robert Mercer. Suddenly he reappears. Don't you think, like, oh, there he is again? There's an article about him. Like, nobody's going to write an article about somebody like that without contacting them. Sources close to Robert Mercer say, in other words, himself. Don't you think? Don't you? And it's also on Bloomberg, which is a business. Wasn't the Wall Street Journal? It was business. It's kind of like news about business. It's kind of like, I don't know. To me, it was very strange. And both, oh, and the daughter's getting divorced. The daughter's husband is Russian. Ooh, Rebecca's daughter's husband's Russian. They're getting divorced. Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Don't you think? Yeah. Oh, really? Russian? No way. What a coincidence. Wow, interesting. Oh, so so I want to know why. Why, yeah, exactly. Like, even that, it's a lot. It's like a lot. 8 or 10% a year is a lot. Still, it's very good, but 40%, come on. That's like, is some sort of fraud situation going on. Or you could have 1 year where you made that, but never, it's mathematically impossible that it's going to continue like this. It's like almost impossible. So anyway, but I want to know, guys, why. It seems, guys, very strange to me, honestly, that this is like, oh, interesting, no? Oh, like, suddenly you hear about him. I want to know why. Okay. Oh, how did media? Oh, interesting. Interesting. Huh? So guys, okay, that's the last question that I want to do here is about Fox News. Oh, bye, Tess. It was good to see you. So Fox News, guys, this is very interesting development. So Fox News that ran information about Trump's polls. One of the reasons he was upset is that, I told you there was another reading, I think a couple of days ago I did about Trump. It said that he was very upset about Biden. And now it makes sense because it was actually on Fox News that this information was, Fox News usually, guys, they never tell the truth about Trump. They just say what he wants to hear. And why, to me, something we need to look at. Why was Fox News telling that about Trump? Don't you think it's strange? I'm like, oh, something happened? They broke up? Huh? Huh? What happened? Because think about it, if he doesn't have a Fox News support, what is going on here? So I need the information. So I need the information. So let's start with it, because maybe that's the simpler question, just about the thing about Fox News. Why did they start pushing, telling the truth about Trump? Like this, at least this part. Are they know something's happening, or what's happening here? Huh? So why did Fox News publish the truth? Oh, judgment. Interesting. The past, okay. Oh, manipulation. Oh, guys, maybe there is a lawsuit going on about how they manipulated informations. Yeah, really. Yeah. Oh, oh, guys, huge messenger. The messenger, right? Guys, avoidable. Let's, guys. There's so many crimes. I could literally like spend 24 hours a day having readings because it's not enough. But remember, and now as I say the messenger, I remember Sean Hannity, right? Sean Hannity, guys, is connected to. It must be under investigation. Look, who's the messenger, right? Exactly. So they're judging that they're saying Fox News is the messenger. Oh, the sick. So they're sick. Yeah, they're sick. Conversations, right? So guys, it's what I told you before. This card, sick conversations. It could be that, propaganda. Like I said, this card, it's at first you think it's all about like actual illnesses, but it could be mental illness. It could also be something that is morally wrong. So you see, this is what is the conversation of manipulation? Conversation that is a message, or that is from a messenger. So it makes sense here. Let's see more information. Look, the doctor. Doctor is the person provides solution, but a solution is wrong because it's upside down. So you see, fortunes are upside down for them. Yeah. Hmm. Oh my God, look, guys, again, conversations twice. Isn't that weird? I always thought it creeps me out for some reason. I don't know. So, oh, one more here. Moon, something public, something is gonna come up. Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Lady, lady. Who else? Oh, the ring. There's deal. Deal. Heart, happy is happiness or value. So guys, the judgment is the time of what is the judgment? It's like the time of truth. The truth comes out about, right, and it's also the judgment. In other words, the like, don't you think in legal circumstances when you say like the judgment comes out, it means like not just that you were indicted, but there's a judgment. Of the judgment was made on Fox News, and it's right, and it has to do with the past manipulating something. And this like I said, the doctor upside down. So they gave Trump, oh, here's a solution, but it backfired. And this is coming out. Oh my God! I hope, guys. I hope that it becomes known that there was a judgment. They said that they were messengers, and that it backfired. It goes going to come out, and this is about the past or the children. And this is something sick, and this is money. Their fortunes go down. Oh, that's right. They're afraid their fortunes are going to go down when this stuff about the past comes out, because the lady a lot of times is Russia, but that stuff not forget about. This is a ring, is a deal. So they had a deal. I think it's pretty clear with Trump, but it was going to come out, and it's going to, because they've had this deal that I think the government. I feel I have a sense here that the government may know this. Is not going to be good for him. Not good for him. Okay. And then we have now the magician of Saddam is manipulation. That's exactly what they do, right? They manipulate. Now, conversation twice. Conversation is both the people that, guys, think about it. Then it really makes me think of the two different senses of the meanings of this card. The one, which is that A, is about people who know each other really well and are either family or have the same values, or could be even be actually a political party, or they have something in common. They belong to the same club, or there's a affiliation of some sort, and the actual conversation. So if we think of like manipulation as propaganda and the things they're saying, it's about the things that are being said, right? The group of people saying specific things. And then the heart. What is the heart? The heart is values. So their conversation is about manipulative values. But that is judgment. Yeah. And it's coming out. They were messengers, right? So it's almost like they're looking out for themselves. You know what I'm saying? That makes a lot of sense. Wow. Let me just close here. Okay, so what's happening here? Why did Fox News tell the truth about? Oh, why did Fox News tell the truth about Trump? Guys, it's so funny. I see them getting these envelopes and in hot water. So they are in hot water. They got the, indictments or whatever informations. So they're in hot water. So it's interesting. It showed me that their impetus, or their almost like their drive, is to still tell the Trump thing, but they have to be careful because they're stepping into hot water. So they're under investigation, and they were alerted. There's something about it, guys. And now it's telling me here. Do you remember something about Fox News's Twitter that was not working for a while? Remember the story? So there's something there. Wow, guys. This brings me back to something that I saw. Somebody, I think it was Eva. She's in London. She was asking me about. Remember how Trump visited the UK, right? So while he was there, I never did a reading on this. Rupert Murdoch visited him. Okay, when he was there, went over to the ambassador's house and was having conversations. So I wonder, what does Rupert Murdoch know about this? I think he must know because he controls it, right? What does he know, and has he told Trump? Right? I want to know because I feel like this is a big deal. Has he told Trump that he's not going to be able to support him anymore? What has he told Trump anything? That's what I want to know. Okay. Oh, guys, election. Interesting. Oh, election upside down. Oh my God, soon. No, guys, this is a timing card. 8 days or eight something. Very soon. Oh my God, this is energy, sudden energy. So guys, stuff is gonna come out about election upside down. So shadiness about elections coming. Wow. So okay. Oh wait, like this, yeah. So love, 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 love. Oh, that's right. Oh no, very sad news for them. Oh my God, sacerdote upside down is a legal matter that was decided against the person. So their values, Something is gonna come out about the election that is not good for them. Oh no. Ladro upside down. In other words, exposure of the theft or of the illegal thing. Their values are illegal, something illegal here. Dona Maritata is the wife, the kids, or the business partner. So wow, guys, interesting. I think it could be the business partners. Oh look, oh my God, look, they discovered the money. He's like, Trump, here, uh, bye Mary, bye. So Trump, hey, they found our money. They found our money. Yeah, I wanted to tell him, man. Yeah, they did. Really? Yeah, they found it. The Cyprus, yeah, they found it. So you see, like, it's kind of interesting here. So you see what I'm saying? It's like they figure out this is the stuff they care about, the election upside down. They discover. And this is a person reading the note soon or right now, even because it's a center, could be reading the letter about their business partners, right? Okay. And then here we have something like a burst of, like sudden burst of energy. The law is upside down because of financial discovery connection to Fox News and Trump. Guys, isn't that crazy? Oh my God, isn't that crazy? Don't you think it's kind of like, whoa, wow, wowza, wowza? It's kind of, oh, what's this one? Okay, so guys, isn't that kind of crazy? I'm like, whoa, whoa, isn't that crazy, guys? Yeah. Can you imagine? What if, oh, oh my God. Okay, so is this, okay, so Murdoch, did you tell, okay, now I didn't ask that question. So Murdoch, did you tell him? This is right. Did you, okay, I told them what they were asking. I told them about the subpoena. I told them we have to moderate the content a little bit because they are observing. They are observing. They're like, oh, so Trump, he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. He's like, you tell him something like, oh, you mean people want to hear more about me? They want to see my face every day, right? He doesn't have the ability to discern he doesn't get subtlety. Okay, so wow. He's like, yeah, but he doesn't tell him everything. He doesn't tell me. Oh, that's right. He doesn't tell him everything because he knows, even Murdoch knows that he can't trust Trump. He's smarter than that, right? He's a smart guy. He's an awful, evil person, but he's smarter than Trump. So he just kind of oh, whatever. He's like, yeah, whatever. Don't worry about it. So it's, guys, I see this breakup. Interesting. And I think I talked about it before. There was before like I think you say Hannity may still talk to him, but the Fox News, there used to be a total symbiosis. They arranged the things they're going to say, but now there's a break, a bit of a break, and Trump is not getting why aren't they saying the things I told them about? Because they can't. Oh, and I'm seeing, guys, Putin kind of sitting there like this, like kind of like, oh, we lost touch with them, with the messenger. Oh, that's right, there was a mess. That's right, guys, maybe it's Sean Hannity. Oh my God, this is one of the days crazy, but like, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like there was this, I feel like they had a total clean channel of communication, and now they realize they were being watched, they were being listened to, and they can't have the same thing. And Trump doesn't get it, and they don't want to tell Trump either because they also feel like they could be recorded. Can you imagine? Oh my God, they were like, wow, wow. But I'm not saying, the Fox News is, it's not that I'm like, oh, I love it. I watch it now. No, but really, like, I'm just saying it because it's for everybody in this, especially this type of people. They care about survival, right? They don't care about each other. At the end of the day, when shit hits the fan, it's each man for him. Oh, ooh, look at this card, guys. Reconciliation upside down. We had the handshake, but now we had a breakup. Like, see, this is disagreement. Like a series, we had a handshake before, but it's upside down. It's like we had now a disagreement. We're not friends. No, no. Oh, interesting, guys. This is something unpleasant. Unpleasant news. So it says here, yeah. Contrariety, contrariety, displeasure. It's like, oh, oh. So, that's right. Trump must be very upset because he loves television. That's right. He loves television, guys. So television is not giving him the mirror he needs and he craves, right? So if we don't have a relationship no more, Exposure of enemy. Oh, this is right, guys. Now I'm remembering. This is it. I'm remembering somewhere I read this thing where Trump even tweeted the other day that he's like, I don't know what's going on with Fox News. Fox News is really like not for me anymore. And then he's going with these very small channels nobody knows about. Okay, he's going with very small channels that nobody knows about, and then it's the only ones that still see what he wants to hear. Because from his perspective, he's not, they're not like following his lead. That's what he wants. Okay, so guys, oh my god, guys, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I have this great image. I see this great image, guys. Remember, I just saw the face of Murdoch, and he's digging a kind of a hole, a little hole oh my god, guys, it's perfect. Oh my god, it's amazing. Sometimes it's vision. So I saw this image of Murdoch, okay, and then Murdoch dug a hole, okay, and then it shows a fox, because guys, I don't know if I have it here, the fox card. There's a fox card, okay. Let's see here, the fox card. Where is the fox card? Okay, it is here. I don't know where it is. Fox. Wow. So yeah, there. Oh, here it is, the fox. So you see, there's an actual fox card, but what it shows is that actual Murdoch is digging a hole, and foxes. It's like a trap. There's a hole, but there's grass on top of it, so he doesn't know. So he keeps walking. He falls into the hole. So that Murdoch is the fox. It's not just Fox News, but he is an actual fox. In other words, never trust him. He could be like, "Oh, hey, whatever," and then dig a hole and you fall in the hole and he eats you alive. So that's kind of like what he's doing. He's trap. Because guys, he's saying if I go down, he's going down too. Whoa! Can you imagine a person's gonna mess with Rupert Murdoch? Ooh, guys. This is so interesting. This is the evil competition. 50 degrees of evil. Like, who's more evil? Who's more cunning? Right? Fascinating that he's willing. He's like, yeah, hi. So he lets him fall in the hole, the fox hole. Yeah, the fox dug a hole for him. And all, bitch, see you later. I just dug my hole, and you're gonna fall in it, and it's over. So I almost feel like, guys, he could really be trying to get information on Trump. He could try to frame Trump. Not that you need, Trump is very, but I think he's like trying to, like, make Trump look bad so that he looks better. So what is it? Is he betraying Trump right now? Is it telling the truth? Is the feds or something? What is he doing about? Oh, look, he's the theft. Yeah, he's dishonest towards Trump. Oh, guys, look, this is prison. What if he's trying to get him? Oh my God! Oh my God, love it. Keep doing it, Murdoch. Hopeless. Yeah, he's like, oh, guys, oh my God, I love it. Dottore, that's right. Sick. Dottore upside down. It didn't work again, and he's hopeless. He's like, he's trash. The woman, okay, so whatever, other woman. Oh, look. Oh my God, the women's stuff, guys. Oh, this is the man, the woman's man. Oh, that's right, prison for president. Oh no. So you see what I'm saying, guys? These two cards here are connected to prison in some way. So I do think, guys, that he's trying to somehow get something about Trump out there. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's kind of like, oh my God, it's crazy. It's not crazy. Oh my God, look. Oh look, this is money losses. Money losses. He's gonna lose money. Sorry, quid pro quo and legal problems for a long time. That's right. So you see, guys, this is execution didn't work, right? And then he feels like the whole thing is hopeless. It's not working. It's kind of like you're driving. You have to go backwards because he feel like he's lost a lot of money now. This is great news, guys, because I feel like, guys, you know what? That the whole thing with Murdoch and all those far right people, they're going to make all this money, they're going to do all these things, but it shows that doesn't work. He's realizing, he's looking not just at the numbers, but in a lot of ways he has to pay a high price. He regrets it now. Well, yeah, bitch, really, hell hasn't started. Straight to hell, boss, anytime, just call us, we'll go. Yeah, that guy's going to hell for 5,000 million years. Are you kidding me? Like, seriously. Look, and this is something illegal, so I feel like he's like, damn it, I wasted all my money. This is a bullshit, and now it's illegal stuff. It's like what he thought was a solution became a problem because they found the quid pro quo money. He lost money with the quid pro quo, and now he's stuck with Trump. and he's trying to get him. I think that, like I was saying, he's preparing for some sort of legal battle, and stuff is gonna come out, guys. So, hmm, interesting, no? Wow, guys, not crazy. Guys, it's going to be a record 3 hours. So the last question, I swear, is the last question because I talked about it before. Is about Robert Mercer. I already discussed the details. I'm just going to go start. So what happened? Why did the article about Robert Mercer pop up? What's going on with him these days? We never hear about him anymore, but what's going on? Oh, interesting. This is losing control. Money. Money. Oh, okay, a couple more. This is interesting. Fighting here. Wrong focus. So that's right. I feel like he's. Oh, this is it's like now I'm getting why it's Bloomberg. He is dealing with some sort of financial legal matters or something like that, which makes sense. Empress. This is a country. Yeah, I feel like there is some sort of legal issues going on here, and he's trying to get. I don't know, protect his money, or like he's feel like he's losing control of it or something like that. Oh, the meeting. The reunion is the meeting. The friend. Okay. Militare, really? Law enforcement, really? No, are you kidding me? No way. Seriously? No, I don't believe it. So, interesting. Informations. Oh, an expected visit. Did you get a raid? Did you get a raid? I hope so, bitch. Really? Have a raid on you, bitch? Oh no. Oh, guys, look, this is in the middle of the day, so is that like either it's like he strips also, but also there was like interesting. I see more information. Oh, look, the blonde. So that's like the shady stuff he was doing on the side. Oh, this is the thoughts, ideas. That's right, guys. I told you he's a linguist. So you know what I think, guys? I think he may have been. Look, guys, look. What is a shady and what is a meeting that is unexpected? Somebody knocks. Is a raid? Huh? I think there was a raid. Sorry. And then this is the legal stuff. He's trying to keep. Oh, that's right. He's trying to legally fight to keep his money. Now, the friend here in the trip, I wonder if somebody, I think this is not necessarily his friend, but it could be a friend of the good people. So he was betrayed in some way. And then we have here the shady money. And the military here, I think, is law enforcement. Okay, law enforcement is looking at his money. Could be the IRS also. And then his shady ideas and linguistics. So two different things, okay? So, okay, so, but why, okay, so, but why did this thing come out? Was he sending a message to someone? Why now? Why did he have to, why was there even an article about it? What is the point of it for him? Oh, he's kind of saying, he's trying to tell people what's going on behind, kind of like in a veiled way. Okay, A, and then B. What else? Yeah, I told you guys, he's very narcissistic. He's crazy. This guy is crazy. He wants to look good. He doesn't want when it's some stuff comes out, he wants to say that it's all Trump. And not that I'm defending Trump, but honestly, no, it's not all his fault. You can't blame Trump for everything. This guy committed some crimes, and I think it's like I was telling you guys, is there some sort of financial fraud or something? He's fighting this, but he wants to blame. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't think it's Trump. Some things are not Trump's fault. It's like all this because you've always been evil, and this guy, guys, is super racist. He hates civil rights. He's a horrible, horrible person. This guy, he's terrible. So he wants to blame Trump. No, it's not. I'm sorry. Don't say bad things about President. No, no, really. Like you can't. No, you cannot blame Trump for this. Sorry, like you're a criminal. So wow, so interesting. Also, he's underinvested. He's been raided several. Okay, so let me just see. I want to know what happened here. I want to see raid. There was a raid. Huh? I want to know was there a raid here. Oh, interesting. No. Oh, sad. Very sad. Guys, I would love. Guys, I would. What I would pay like hundreds of dollars for to watch a video of the raid in his house. Like, I mean, not. I wonder if there could be like a. I don't know that would pay actually. I'm sure it would like leak or something. But I would love to. There was a genre of like people recording raids of people involved in the Trump administration. Like when the feds come and knock, somebody like, there's a raid in this person's house and then they are arrested. Like, so and I sense guys here, he's under these investigations, okay, and the empress here, it could even be the government, right? I mean, it has to be the government actually, but I feel like there's something serious going on, and he's kind of waving a flag and trying to like manage the what is it called, the narrative. That's right, the narrative. So okay, so that's him now. Why? Now, what's going to happen to him? What's happening? Let's say what's happening by the end of the year to him, the end of 2019. What's going to happen to him and his lovely daughter, Rebecca? Her Russian husband. So unrelated, right? So unrelated. What a coincidence. It's just incredible coincidence. So many, and I remember reading these things, people say, wow, what an incredible coincidence. So many Russians. It's amazing. How who could have thought that could happen? So, okay, so now what's happening to him by the end of the year? Oh, Wheel of Fortune for him, huh? Oh, this is a law upside down. Okay. Oh. Yeah, this to me, this could be I feel like he has legal problems with his fortune, okay? Like I said, he's gonna lose money. Oh, unexpected for him, huh? Oh. Oh, I'm sorry for him. No, burning building. Robert, get Robert. Robert, no, save him. Robert, no, get him. Robert, no, wait. Robert, no, don't go. No, I can take it. Robert, no. So I'm very sad. The burning building, his house, burning building for him. Guys, okay, and oh my god, I'm gonna get the cards out and then I'll tell you something interesting. Oh, look, confidential problems for him. Yeah. Oh, I feel sad for him. He's a great. Oh, look, there he is. This is exactly him. This is orange man upright. In other words, he's the retirement, has a lot of money. That's him. The love. Oh, love. Surprise. Really? No way. Are you serious? Surprise. Wow. Success upside down. So interesting. So guys, okay, so here's the thing. Oh, important. Oh, that's right. Fox came out again. Oh, that's right. So important treachery offer. So yeah, so there's this money. I think it's so guys, Wheel of Fortune. I think this is luck, but also fortune in general. And something unexpected happens to his fortune. And this is him, his money. Basically, everything that he has made him, something happens unexpected. This, guys, could be anger, but it could also be, this is issues with illegality. Okay. These two cards have something to do with illegal issues, but it's also about truth and those kinds of things. Now you have this Grazia, which I said is the worst card, and then you have the love, and then this is the victory upside down. Now, here, guys, is that there's something really bad happening. It's almost like I think he could lose everything, honestly. And this is manipulation, but also some legal decision that could be negative. And this is confidentially, there's something surprise. What's so bizarre to me? He never expected these things to happen. How could you not expect this to happen? No, he didn't. He was like, wait, what? No, I could do treason. So what? What are you talking about? Like he's surprised. Really? Oh no. So it's so interesting, guys. So okay, so I wanted to say this, okay. Um So and all these things, guys, happening in private, okay. But the thing I wanted to say is that I remember I haven't done readings on him very much. Okay, there was one reading I may have done. It was a vision too. I remember I saw him in a, he has a mansion. Okay, and I felt like he's going to be barricaded. I don't remember this. It was as he was barricaded in this mansion, and remember Waco, what is it was called? It was a compound. Like, look at this burning building. Like, and then they attacked. He didn't. They didn't want to leave. There was an issue, something. I don't remember exactly the story of Waco, the whole thing, but I kind of feel like, honestly, he could he's tried to pull off something like this. Like he's because he's crazy, he's paranoid and all that. So he's tries to like be in his compound when they try to get him, and he burns everything. I would not be shocked or surprised. Okay. So like hi Jess. So anyway, so this is it. I think something happens, and like it's not public yet, but it's not going to be good for him. Okay. And I think, yeah, he's going to lose his money. And okay, what is the surprise here? Oh, I think by the time it comes out, guys, it may be a news like, oh, Robert Mercer, he lost everything, and or his house is burning down. Something by the time we find out about what really happened to him, because we're not gonna hear anything. And they're like, oh yeah, I guess they were into it. You know how people are like, oh, where are all these Mueller investigations? What's happening? And by the time we find out about what happened to him, everything comes out is gonna be shocking. That's what I think. It's gonna be the extent of the investigations, or that he lost everything, or that he could even be. I don't. Is he gonna be? Guys, okay, can I tell you? This is kind of crazy to me. I feel like he could be found. Either he shoots himself. Another case of possible suicide, or like like I said, what is it called? Mining, boob trapping his house. Stuff like that. Like kind of crazy. If something blows up, he gets in an explosion. I see his body there. They find his body. Okay, that like that, or like he looks dead to me. Like by the time he go get him. So because he doesn't want to go to jail, and that's the thing. I think it's like breaking news. Robert Mercer his body was found or something. So interesting, no? Interesting. So guys, so that's it. Oh my God, 3 hours. So they was crazy. Oh my God, it's gonna be crazy. I want to put this down because guys, it's kind of like so many movies at once. Wow. So now I'm a little hungry. I'm gonna go. But that's the guys. Okay. Oh my God. Crazy informations. Crazy information. So I'm gonna do, guys, as soon as I'm done. It's gonna take a while. By the way, sometimes it does. How does Trump? Okay, Ruth. Okay, I'm kind of like I have to say now. I'm kind of like I've already left. Okay, how does Trump react? I don't see Trump in the picture. Honestly, I don't see that there's any. I don't know. I feel like it's something apart, separate. I feel like the time this thing comes out is I don't think that Trump is gonna be around. Honestly, I could be wrong, but I don't see anything about Trump. It's just like a ran like, oh, that guy, you also connected to the thing. I don't. So anyway, so as I was saying, okay, so I just want to say this, guys, that it takes a while, especially if this video is so long that sometimes it takes a while to process. So it may be several hours before it kind of actually goes. Because I was noticing the other time I wanted to do the timestamps, but it was still not showing the beginning. So it may be a while. It may have to watch. If you watch later, you just kind of have to skip, start at a different time. I don't know. Like I said, I just want to tell you that it takes some time to process the video, but it should be able to, I guess, watch it, but it's gonna take a while. And I'm gonna do the timestamps tonight, I think. And okay, guys, today was crazy. So many things, so many but I feel like all of it we had to talk about. It was very urgent, right? Don't you? I feel like it was very urgent. I needed informations. I needed informations. So, I was like, I feel better because it was crazy. What I was so angry earlier. I called the FBI. Remember, I called the FBI. So, oh my God. So, all right, guys. So okay, so this is it. Okay, so I'm gonna go. Probably not gonna, and unless something breaks tomorrow, I'm probably not gonna, because now it's like these readings are so long. But I like it, guys. I knew, I just, oh, thank you, guys. Okay, so all right, so I'll talk to you later. And like I said, I am gonna do later on tonight the timestamps. Okay, so have a good one. Okay, and get some rest because today was so stressful. So stressful. All right. Okay. Bye, guys. Bye. Okay.